and you're a piece of shit because you abandoned your kid.
IP2.
Abandoned your kid.
10. Here you go, Skimask is a little hoe. We're gonna put him up on the television show. Please, let me see your face. All right, here you go. Here you go, Skimask is a little hoe. We're gonna put him up on the television show.
You're so great. Oh, Randy, you're a piece of shit. Well, that's the truth.
You're wrong, but what, you want to have I'll let you talk, but if you want, we should do a little freestyle battle. I'm kind of in the freestyle mood.
I can't rap no more.
I'm not that good, but, well, yeah, you're not in a good mood. We won't mess.
You're hyped, though. You got all the energy.
Dude, I see how you get, though. You get that little in you, and it's like, you know, you gotta.
Fuck you, skip. Fuck you, skip. Fuck you, skip.
All right, here you go. Skimask is a little hoe. We're gonna put him up on the television show. Please, let me see your face. All right, here you go. Here you go. Skimask is a little hoe. We're gonna put him up on the television show.
2 clocks right here, tatted on your chest, and here you are.
Here you go. Skimask is a little hoe. We're gonna put him up on the television show. Please, let me see your face. All right, here you go. Here you go. Skimask is a little hoe. We're gonna put him up on the television show.
Oh, man. You know,
here you go. Skimask is a little hoe. We're gonna put him up on the television show.
Come on, white motherfucking
Yo, welcome to the NJCourts show. I welcome you, take a ticket. Now you're gonna get kinda lifted, cause I know some of you like a puff, get it. Oh no, but just get your popcorn in and welcome to the show, cause we're about to get it when we roll. Yo, that's what's up, about to get a hug, about to show this allegation, that's what's up. Oh, I don't like to lie, I don't like to allegate, I just got the facts and I ain't why. But why do you wanna try with me? Do you wanna lie? Cause I'm about to show you how I get thrifty, and that's how I got this shit. I'm about to not embarrass you, but I'm about to get with it as I put it down. Got the straight facts and I don't clown around, yo. So welcome to the NJC show. Wait, did I say NJ and NYC show? Yo, I don't know what's up. I'm kinda looking on the 40 ounce that I drank. What's up, yo? Here we go. Welcome to the fucking show. It ain't about Skimask, it's the controller, yo. So sit down, don't clown around, don't take a blue, cause you're about to pass out.
Stop when I want to. I'm not addicted.
Your court television news starting now.
hello. It's Saturday afternoon. Welcome to the NJCourts show. I was trying to do something like on the Margaritaville tune, but I fucked that up royally, so let's quit that while we're not ahead. Hey, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are in the world these days. I'm just messing with you. I'm in a great mood today. I hope you are as well. It is Saturday. It is, as a matter of fact, the 13th of May of 2023. You are here with your host, NJCourts, on the NJCourts TV show. We are not in Studio One, as you can see today. But, hey, it works. We are in a temporary studio this afternoon, but it'll make the show work. As long as we got Wi-Fi, I got the laptop. I got the phone ready to go. I can see all the emojis already going hot in the chat today. So I appreciate everybody joining me. And as a matter of fact, since we have a little bit of time, I want to go and say hi to everybody. I want to say hi to all the jury members. I want to say hi to all the mods. I think I've seen, let's see here. Jersey, good afternoon. Let's see, who else do we have? I believe, sorry, I'm on the wrong chat. Hey, just Jen, I thought I saw a few of the mods up in the hizzle. So we've got Jersey, Just Jen. Thank you for joining. Let's see here. Going up from the top. Let's do one of our old school introductions. You know, I like going back to saying hi to everybody. I don't care if it takes 10 minutes, but I don't think it'll take 10 minutes today. But let's go down the line. Hey, Super Roofer, first in the house. Good afternoon, good evening, Super Roofer. We got Stick Rules. Good evening. Jersey. Let's see here. And much thank you for you joining this evening, Jersey, as well as being a mod and a member of the jury. John Jacobs, welcome. NJCourts, $20. Bet you don't start on time. Uh-oh, somebody owes me $20 because we did start on time. All right, but welcome, John Jacobs. And I'm just kidding. You don't owe me $20. Oh, no. Welcome, oh, no. And another member of the jury. And we've got My 2 Cents, another member of the jury. Welcome. Akita Lover, welcome. Hey, NJ, will he show up? I don't know. He didn't go on earlier today, so that means he doesn't have a show going on right now. He might be sitting there bored as heck. I mean, I did go on his show earlier today. I mean, I'm talking in the morning. Some of y'all may have caught it. And I was actually just taking a little quick dip in my hot tub, which according to Skimask's viewers, it looked more like a swamp in there, which, hey, I'll take it, you know, but it works. Keeps me nice and warm. Hold on, lost my chat here. What's going on? All right, there we go. But I did invite him to tonight's open panel. Maybe he will show up. Maybe he won't. I did not get a, word-to-word, heart-to-heart promise like we did for the first interview from Skimask, but I'd say it's a pretty successful interview. We're going to play a little clip from his as soon as it's downloaded. I guess this is kind of him talking a little bit about what he thought about the interview. He's talked about it for a day or two now, so it's hard to say what day, what time this was from, but I thought it was pretty funny. We're also going to be taking a look at this evening at, as you saw in the thumbnail, we're going to jump right to the interview. Of course, I'm not going to make you sit there and watch the whole VOD. From start to finish. We're going to jump right to the interview when Skimask finally showed up. And Skimask, if you're watching, thank you again for showing up and sticking to your word. And we're going to take a look. We're going to actually kind of, listen in and kind of study and analyze some of those answers he gave to some of the questions I asked. A lot of the information he just kind of went in himself. And I appreciate him discussing a lot about the current court hearing and court coverage stuff that I was hoping I was going to be able to ask, but hey, he jumped right into it, so much appreciated. But I like to listen to that a little bit closely with you guys. Obviously, during the interview, I didn't have a lot of time to be, not a lot of time, but I didn't have the chance to, be looking down at chat and checking it out and all that stuff. So today I'm going to get your opinions. I'm going to get very involved with you guys as far as, questions and answers. We're going to open up the panel this evening on the StreamYard. Throw the link here. Anybody's welcome to join and give your 2 cents, 1 cent, 3 cents, 20 cents, whatever cents you want about the interview. And if you've got a pretty much maybe an experience or an interaction between you and Skimask, you're more than welcome to share that this evening. So it should be a pretty cool show. We're going to just hang out Saturday night. Like I said, I don't have any as far as court coverage introductions to go over tonight. We are going to be discussing a few of our court coverages that are going to be coming up. As a matter of fact, we got one coming up in just 2 days, less than 48 hours. We also got another individual that I'm not necessarily introducing into our court coverage, type of series, but there was some incident that happened just yesterday evening, maybe early morning for some of y'all. And some of y'all probably have no clue what I'm talking about. So once that clip's downloaded, I'm just going to play it and we'll talk about it as soon as it's done. So just give me just a second here. I want to finish up saying hi to everybody. Let's go down the line. All right. I see Cry a little bit. Welcome. All right, we said hi to Soup Roofer, but I did forget to mention he is a member of the jury. Just Jen, welcome. And we have Helica, Ayo, the WAP 99, welcome and good evening, another member of the jury. Sicilian Princess, hi and welcome. Reptilian Richard Ramirez, cringe intro. Well, we each all have our opinions. I'm going to have to agree to disagree with you on that one, but welcome. Let's see. Tammy. Hi. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Another member of the jury. Steph Lynn 09, welcome. Hey, NJ Chat and Mods, my hubby and I love your show. Stephanie Lynn 09, well, thank you so much for your support. Say hi to your hubby, and thank you for being a member of the jury. Dalton, why don't cover Jimmy the Hobo? He literally, hey, Dalton, reach out to me through Insta. Drop me some news. We cover anything, especially if it's something that you viewers are interested in. So let me know what's going on. All right, we have Mère Marie Lavour. Bonjour. I don't know if tu es français, but that is a very much français name. But hello to you, Marie. All right, going down the line. Julia, welcome, Julia. Good to see you as always. Beagle Mom, good to see you, and another member of the jury. I hope the fur babies are doing well. All righty. Oops, going down. I hope I didn't skip anybody there. Let's see here. Oops. Whoa, this is a cool name. I don't think I've seen you before in the chat. Let's see here. This is Mirandi Lupusly Clowning Around. And if I said that, maybe it was SLE, I may have pronounced that wrong, but welcome. Happy Mother's Day, sweet ladies, children, and fur babies and babies. Awesome. Great message. And absolutely happy early Mother's Day to all you mothers. As a matter of fact, depending on where you are in the world, it could already be Sunday. And so happy Mother's Day to you all. SoCal in the house. Oh, shoot. I better keep my mouth down. Sorry. I forgot I'm inside. Welcome, SoCal. And as always, good to see you, and a member of our jury and one of our mods this evening. All righty. We have Elsa for you. Hello, everyone. I'm new here. Just wanted to say hi. What are you raising money for at the moment? Elsa, I will be jumping into that as soon as we're done saying hi to everybody. So thank you and welcome. All right. So we're going down. I think I might have said hi, but if not, cry a little bit. Welcome, as always. Good to see you. John Jacobs, good to see you. Abe Bilzerian, Mr. Supreme Court, welcome. Not there yet, but thank you. That touched me here. I appreciate that. Good to see you, Abe. Welcome to the chat and welcome to the show. All right, I think I've made it to the bottom here. Woo! And I know everybody's like, stop chatting. But hey, Joy, good to see you. And welcome. Joy is another member of the jury, and always good to see you, Joy. All right, so I see everybody already throwing out the emojis. And for some of you new members of the jury, just to let you know, you've got some real cool emojis to play around with in the chat this evening, so have fun. I know we probably have gotten, I don't even know, but we've got quite a bit of good new members probably since the later end or half of the month. So welcome to all you members. And like I said, there's a lot of awesome, like member only live streams we do. We do a lot of member only, like what else do we do? Live streams. We do the members only community posts. If we have some like really juicy, important documents, we let the members or the jury members see those first before we'll put those on the next live stream show. So welcome members, welcome current members of the jury. Your support is very much appreciated and is really what helps this channel continue to do what it does. So thank you so much. And I'm not sure if let me just refresh my chat, because I saw what I believe was either, I don't know if it was a super chat that just flew by, but if that was the case, I certainly do not want to not recognize that. So, oh yes, I do see one here. Hey, Elsa for you. Thank you so much. It looks like we have a $20 super chat from Elsa for you. And it says, hi, I spoke to you on Instagram and wanted to show support. Please drop link for membership. Absolutely. I'll do that right for you right now. And Elsa, thank you so much for your support. That's much appreciated. And as a matter of fact, that actually goes right into our next kind of, I guess, introduction into the introduction, which is always the e-begging for the evening. And you know what? Although this is not going to be a major fundraiser night, and I'll tell you why. If you guys may have noticed, and actually that's my fault. We've updated the banner. As a matter of fact, at the end of the last show, which was the interview with Skimask Andy, we had a very generous donation come through. Came through at the end of the stream. I just wanted to verify to make sure it was a real donation. And as a matter of fact, it was. And I spoke with the person that actually donated that right after. And so if you've noticed, we actually have increased our donation, our dono goal $100. That's right. We received a $100 donation. As of right now, they do want to stay anonymous, but that may change. And that has now brought us up to $350 of $480. And as a matter of fact, with that $20 super chat from Elsa for you, that's actually just now brought us up to, let me update this, 370 of the 480 dono goal. And I'm going to explain exactly what that dono goal is for some of you new members of the jury, or just some new members, or viewers that are just joining us for the first time tonight that are not even have an idea of what that dono goal is for. So let me just update this banner really quick. We'll get that scrolling on the bottom for you guys, and I'll explain to you exactly what this donation goal is for. Give me just 1 minute here. So let's see here. We're going to edit this to 370 of 480. That's $110. Just, I guess we're short of hitting the dono goal. So yeah, we're almost there. As a matter of fact, because, hold on, before I confuse people, let me just get this scrolling on the bottom, because I forgot a lot of people may not even know who Skimask Andy even is at this moment. So I'll explain to you exactly what we're doing this dono goal for. So let's just update this. We'll show this. All right, so there you go. All right, so let me jump over to my chat. Hey, and it looks like I missed SoCal. I'm so sorry about that. Thank you so much for that. SoCal just earlier gifted 5 memberships, so thank you so much. So welcome to the new members of the jury. It looks like we're going to have 5 new members to the jury. And SoCal, as always, thank you so much for donating those 5 memberships. Much appreciated. And for some of you that don't know how the gift and memberships work, I'll say this really quick, because I know I say it all the time, but some people just are new and they don't know how it works. So I apologize for repeating myself, but pretty much it's a setting that you're able to turn on. And once you have that setting turn on, it doesn't matter which channel you're in. If somebody gifts a membership, somehow the way YouTube analytics, YouTube is the one that gifts the memberships. The person that gifts it has no control where the memberships go to. YouTube's the one that does that. But if for some reason, as long as you have the setting on, if you receive one of those memberships, it's a 1-month membership starting that date. And it's not reoccurring. So if you decide you want to you want to resubscribe, you have to just do that on your own. But you do get a 1-month membership, and you'll get to check out all the members only stuff, which we have a pretty good sized members only community tab right now, and a lot of cool videos you can check out. And most importantly, all 5 of you new members that just joined up right now, you all get to play with the new, or not new, but all the emojis you see people posting up, which are part of the jury only emojis. So thank you so much for gifting that again, SoCal. And again, welcome to all members of the jury. But let me just jump really quick right into what we're doing this donation goal for. All right. So tonight, this evening, we're going to be going over recapping an interview we had just a few days ago. This interview was with Skimask Andy. Skimask Andy is currently an individual that we're providing court coverage on. As a matter of fact, we started this court coverage about it's been now a month and a half ago, or maybe even a couple of months ago now. This coverage began in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and will continue in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We provided a live court coverage when we were there, but unfortunately, that individual did not show up to their court date, and that's another story we talked about before. But we also did provide court coverage, which was a Zoom court hearing they had. As a matter of fact, we've been able to provide 2 Zoom court hearings from this individual. And what we're doing for a dono goal here that you see is we're raising money for pretty much the transportation cost, which is going to be the round trip airfare and a 1-night stay in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which is going to allow me to attend the court hearing, which is going to be on June the 20th for this individual, Skimask Andy. While I'm there, I will be providing any court coverage that I can, which will be permitted outside of the courthouse, which will also be permitted inside the lobby area of the courthouse. Unfortunately, because they do not permit media already in, I don't know if it's just the Tulsa district courthouse or if it's just the state of Oklahoma type thing. The only way that you can actually pretty much record inside the courtroom is if you actually apply through a special request permit. Okay. I've already applied for that. Unfortunately, they did not accept it because it wasn't a special request enough, I guess you could say. I mean, and we're going to hear this from Skimask Andy during the interview, but I'm glad that he kind of touched on it. And that way you guys don't think that I'm just crazy. But for example, I don't want to say the state, but let's just say for what we know for sure, in the, Tulsa County District Courthouse, they do not, and you can also verify this through their website, they do not allow media coverage inside, period. You literally have to request it as some special request, which probably I can't say for sure, but I'm sure they deny it most of the times unless there's some just weird, outstanding reason that you need to be there to provide that coverage. But say, for example, you're a local news affiliate for NBC, ABC, whatever. There's a, some type of, in this case, let's just say this individual's like what they consider a high priority type of court case. They still would not let those people inside to cover that hearing, even with their affiliations with some big, type of news corporations. So unfortunately, it's not going to be like what you've seen with like the control of court coverage or with the gamble court coverage where we were actually inside. But what I was given permission by the court clerk was I will be allowed to attend the hearing and I will be allowed to transcribe, which is a transcript. You're going to transcribe a transcript, but essentially that just means I'm allowed to take notes. Okay. So that's fine. That works for the channel. Okay. Most importantly, like I said, any type of live coverage I can provide from the areas that I'm allowed to be in and allowed to provide that coverage, I will. Unfortunately, I just won't be able to have the camera and tripod set up like we usually do inside the courtroom, but we will be allowed to attend and we will be allowed to take notes. So that'll be happening June 20th. So we've got plenty of time to actually fundraise for this goal. And as a matter of fact, we're just about $110 just short of hitting it. So I don't think it's going to be any issue that we're going to be hitting the goal and that we will not be there to provide you that court coverage. So I appreciate everybody that started as far as supported this goal when it started. I believe on the Cinco de Mayo fundraiser, not fundraiser, but for the Cinco de Mayo 3K party we had, that's when we announced the kind of fundraiser start of it. And we had some very generous donators then that started us very well off on that goal. And like I said, we had another very generous donator that donated after the live stream show on the last interview that pretty much got us very close to the goal. So that's all the e-begging I'm going to say, okay? We always get it out of the way at the beginning. That way you don't sit me here like some of our other, what would you say, nemesis. Is that the word? I don't even like to use that word, but you know who I'm talking about, who is going to periodically interrupt your, or I don't even know if they even have a show at this point, but we'll interrupt their show probably about every 10 minutes to remind you that you need to donate $1 for them to continue. But we don't do that here. We just have fundraisers. Everything that gets donated goes right back into the channel. Most importantly, it's what brings the court coverage to the channel. Simple as that. So let's move on. Let's see here. Okay. Whoa. Hey, thank you, Elsa. I just saw that you just signed up as a member of the jury. So thank you for whoever pinned that link. I'm sorry, I was just about to get to that, but as you see, I was very long-winded in my reply. So I apologize for not doing that myself. Thank you, whoever pinned that. And Elsa, welcome as a new member of the jury. Pa, 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 pa. All right, so let's get this show started here. And again, I apologize. I got chat here in front of me, so I'm looking at chat now. I just wanted to see here and make sure I got this other clip downloaded before I started getting and going. And then, you know me, I'll start getting all sidetracked and forget things here and there. So, and as a matter of fact, hold on. Let me actually update the dono goal now because I forgot to update it with SoCal's donation. So we did 5 memberships. Okay, so that's going to bring us to 385 of 480. All right, we're already over. We're at the last, what do they call, the last lap here. So thank you so much again for everybody that supported this dono goal. All right, so let's update this here really quick before we get the show rolling here. And Hey, Jennifer P. Thank you so much. Jennifer's just gifted 5 memberships. So welcome 5 more members of the jury. And thank you so much, Jennifer P, for that donation. Thank you again. And Jennifer, I want to thank you because you were one of our generous donators that got us very well kicked off on this dono goal. So thank you so much for all your support and continued support here today. Much appreciated. And welcome 5 new members of the jury. I'm trying not to be so loud because I'm going to lose my voice. And then if I lose my voice, I can't do any more shows. You know what I mean? So I'll start sounding like Callie. You know what I mean? No offense, Callie, because I know you're a new fan of the NJCourts channel. Anyways, so thank you again so much for that. And welcome new members of the jury. All right, so I got chat updated here. So that's good to go. Let's make sure this video's coming here. Oh, hold on. I was going to update the banner. Now that we've got the other 5 memberships that got added here. Let's see here. 15, 30. Okay. Oh, yep. Here we go. Here we go. Let me update this here. This is actually very exciting news. Those last few donations here just got us to the $400 mark. So we are $480, folks. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much. We are definitely going to be hitting that dono goal. I have no worries about that. And like I said before, we hit that dono goal. Immediately, I will be purchasing the ticket to Tulsa, Oklahoma for the, June 20th date. And we'll be discussing a few of those dates a little bit later in the show because some of y'all that may not have caught the actual interview might still be confused and said, wait a minute, NJ, didn't you say there was a date on May 26th? There was, but not anymore. That's been changed. We're actually going to hear a little bit about from Skimask. He was actually so kind to tell us exactly what happened and why that date changed. So for some of you that may be a little confused as to, wait, what are you talking about, June 20th? It did get changed. And so hence more time to fundraise if we needed to. And the best thing is for all of us here is it's very less expensive to travel now because we're not doing this a week before, kind of like we've done on some of the other court coverages. So, hey, thanks, SoCal. Oh, holy moly. I just missed this kind of donations here. See, I'm looking. Okay, hold on. So Super Roofer, thank you so much for that super chat. $20 super chat from Super Roofer, and it reads $60 away now. You got it. Absolutely. And then SoCal with the $10, hold on, not super chat, super sticker that says yippee. So let's see here. Super Roofer, we were $20, so now $60 away. Now we're $50 away. So that means we're at $430. Let me update this now. Okay, save. There we go. So yes, we are now $50 away from hitting our dono goal. So, and like I was saying before, it was a lot less expensive, now inexpensive to travel, being that now we have more time to purchase prior to the court date to purchase the ticket, as well as, like I said, I don't think we're going to need any more time, but if we did need more time, we would have had plenty of time to reach that dono goal. So, hey, thank you guys so much for that support. That is so awesome. I much appreciated. Let me just make sure really quick this other video got downloaded and we're going to get straight into the interview. We're going to get that playing. I'm pretty much want to play through it. And then once it's done, I want to start the discussion. I'll probably open up the open panel then. So if anybody wants to jump on and get in on that discussion with me, you're more than welcome to. All right, let's just make sure this other video is going. Whoa. SoCal with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much, SoCal. And it says, let's do this. Oh, I think we are just about to. SoCal, thank you so much. So let me update this here really quick. You guys are awesome. So we are now at 440 of 480, folks. So just so I can show you, $40 away of hitting our dono goal. Thank you guys so much. You guys rock. All right. Actually, you might not even let me have the chance to start the interview here in a second. I'm just kidding. Which that'll be okay. All right. I'm just messing. All right. So let's see here. Man, that one clip was long. All right, well, it doesn't matter. The interview clip's ready to go. I just wanted this other clip ready to go, so we're done with the interview. So let me just shoot it over to my computer again, just in case that's what's going on. And then we'll get this, we'll roll right into the interview, okay? So thank you guys for your patience. And just give me a minute and we'll get this interview going here. And this is not, again, for some of y'all that might just be joining, this is going to be recapping the previous live stream, which was our first interview with Skimask Andy on the NJCourts channel. Now, there are rumors that he could possibly be coming on tonight. He was invited by me personally, but I did not get a personal, I'll be there or I won't be there. Okay. And I've heard rumors all day long that he's talked about it. He's not talked about it. You know how it goes with that individual. But just like last time, there was a lot of doubt that he wasn't going to come on because although he had given us his word, he came on earlier during that stream and was pretty adamant about saying, I was going to have to pay around $750 or more just to get him on the show. That wasn't going to happen, obviously. And he ended up showing up a little bit later in the show. So as much as we were, starting to doubt, hey, Skimask fortunately blessed us and was able, well, I wouldn't say blessed us, but did stick to his word and did come on the show and gave us a pretty good interview. I'll say that. Okay, so let me just get this sent over here really quick, and then we're going to get this rolling, I promise you. I know I said that already a minute ago, so give me one more minute. All right, so let's see here. Okay, so let me take this one off because this is the important one here that we want. Okay, I removed it. Share it. All right, so I just sent it over. So hopefully by the time we're done with this recap of the interview, that other clip that I want to play, which has nothing to do with Skimask. It's some other breaking kind of news, you can say. I want to play that before the end of the show and get your guys' opinion because let's just say this individual may or may not be looking at some serious trouble. I'll just put it at that. All right.
Power on. Bluetooth pairing.
All right. I think this
Bluetooth
is
connected.
okay. And excuse me, we just got actually a PayPal. I'm so sorry about that. Let me recognize this individual here. I apologize. Hey, and it looks like Jennifer sent $10. Thank you so much for that PayPal, Jennifer. Thank you so much for that $10 donation. And let's update this banner here because that's going to put us at $450, which is going to be just $30 short of the $480. We're almost there, folks. I was not expecting to even hit it this evening. So thank you, guys. This is awesome. Let me just update this here and We'll get this started here. I already sent over the clip, so I don't have to worry about that. 450 or 480, save, show. Oops, so somebody just sent something. Oh, hold on, I missed one earlier. Thank you so much, Jersey, for sending that to me. Stephanie Lynn 09, a member of our jury. So I apologize for that, Stephanie Lynn. Thank you so much for that $10 super chat. And it reads, not much, but hope it helps. Are you kidding me? That definitely helps. Thank you so much for that. Then that was from Stephanie Lynn 09. And I apologize, I missed that earlier. And thank you so much for sending that over, Jersey. All right, let's see here. Okay, cool. And thank you so much. I got the other photo from, thank you guys. All right, and actually, once we're done with this interview, I'm going to be thanking our other major donator because they just gave me the okay to shout them out. So we will definitely be thanking them for that because I think we're going to be hitting this donor goal this evening, and they have a lot to do with it. So much appreciated. All right, cool. Let's get this going here. Just wanted to respond to these Instagrams. We're good to go. We got the clip going. All right. So, and again, like I said, we're not going to start from the beginning. Just bear with me. I downloaded the whole VOD, so I'm just going to fast forward right to when the interview starts.
Abandon your kid.
IPT.
Abandon your kid. Here you go.
Hold on, I just got
to
the roast. Hey, I dressed for the interview. I just wanted to point that out. Skimask. So some of you saw this. Whatever he's comfortable listening myself, we're gonna hear the excuse for you. Okay. Now, these are, like I said, it's the remember
yes,
those.
You are. Break.
All right, we got there. Because see, I have him paused. I have him muted. I'm watching him on my other phone, but I don't have him turned on because you're going to hear his audio. So if you guys are listening to him or watching him on another device or just jumping back and forth, let me know in the chat if he does say he's, backstage. I'm watching right here, but, I'm watching 3 things at a time. So you all keep me. All right. Somebody's trying. I see him. He's trying to connect. All right, Skimask, I'm going to add you right now. You're on, buddy. And we got Skimask Andy. Skimask, let me put my volume up. Welcome to the NJCourts TV show. Can you hear me? Unfortunately, I don't hear. There you go. All right. It looks like we're muting and doing the off and on thing. All right. I can hear you. Audio's good.
What's going on? I can't get this shit because I'm on my own stream at the same time, and I think it's using the mic and camera.
No, I got you. I figured you were going to, so no problem, man. You do what you need to do to get set up.
Well, I'm not on there no more. Can you hear me though?
Yeah, I hear you perfect, bro.
It says the camera's on, but it won't turn on, so I'll just go like that.
Right now, I see your avatar now. I got you.
Okay. What's going on? I got my stream paused. I tried to come over earlier for the record, and I couldn't get the shit to work.
Nope, we saw you, and I said it for the record that you were backstage, and I told them that I had been trying to talk a bit, and, you probably just, couldn't hear me, and you took off, or you just didn't want to wait.
Right. So,
we actually played your intro from Summer Page, bro. That was going to be my intro for you if you were going to come on earlier, so...
Because you're really a fan and you just hate on me because you're making lots of dollars. I am well aware of you're profiting off of my demise.
Well, tonight we because we weren't sure you were going to come on, we actually switched from an interview show to a fundraiser. So yes, at this point we are profiting from you coming on because we're fundraising to attend your court hearing.
How so? At least you were honest and you admitted that it is not the May 26th, correct? You know that it's way in the end of June.
Correct. We were actually just looking at that. Hold on, let me pop that on here. That way, the audience can see that this is. Are you there? Is that all? Skimask, man, we were doing good. Actually, was gonna play another video. I wanted you to go. Oh, we were gonna go over the room tour. So if you're listening, jump back on. We won't go over the court paperwork first. Well, let's do the room tour. All right, he's connecting. So, hey, for Skimask on his behalf, he said he is having some audio issues because I think he's just working with one phone and he's trying to run his stream, or he's got 2 phones, but I don't think one of them's working that great. So if he does come off, it's not because I think he's just doing it on purpose. So Skimask, you're back on, buddy.
Can you see me now?
Yep, we got you, Ski.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. My other phone screen is broke. If anybody wants to raise money for that instead of this lame court shit.
Hey, you got the floor, bro. So absolutely.
All your supporters were once supporters of mine. Well, not all of them. Those Bombshell and Charlotte women, those were never supporters of mine. But anyway,
let me ask you this. Let's do this. I wanted to ask. Let's jump into something fun, right? Thank you for coming on. First off, we had a great time doing the room tour, man. So thanks for doing that.
It is balls by conspiracy.
Ever done that?
Done what?
Giving a room tour.
I've hosted entire Richard Simmons like morning workout shows in here. I used to do donations for push-ups.
Well, see, I'm not that much of a ski simp because I don't remember
Yes,
those.
you are. Break. I mean, you keep kayfabe. You are the biggest ski simp, Dino man.
Well, one thing, hold on. We're going to watch, not the whole room tour, but I want to ask you about this. A lot of people had a question about the cushion underneath you. Can you show us? Is that a booster cushion or what's going on with that?
I don't know. Miss Villani bought it for me for Christmas. It's very comfortable. She said it provides lower back support. And I've been using it ever since. So I very much appreciate. Yeah, there you go. Oh, you got one too.
Hold on. Let me try. Hold on. Let's do a before and after. So that's a
Hey,
before, and then let's do a booster cushion.
Hey, damn, you look more. Hey, go with the after. Look how much more imposing and commandeering you look. You look much more authoritative.
I do.
Damn, with the scowl. Look at the face too. Damn, you got it.
Fairness, let me take the cushion off because I don't want it to come off like that.
So you didn't. Let me ask you a question. Did you not know that you wouldn't be allowed to come into the courtroom at all until recently? Because I knew that the whole time. I didn't want to tell you, but yeah, you can do the hallway, but you can't film anything in the courtroom in Tulsa unless you're whatever.
Yeah. So no, you are correct. In Tulsa, you, as a matter of fact, you actually have what they call as a special request, pretty much like media request, which they pretty much say no media is allowed unless it's for some very special reason, which is pretty much just a nice way of saying no. You know what I mean?
At my court date, at that bond hearing I just had, he almost took my phone for taking those pictures. He saw me take those pictures.
Yeah, you got lucky. Yeah, you know.
He tried to take my phone. It was a big country muscular guy. He's about to gaffled up my phone and just hold it for me. He
well,
said,
I'll tell you this, dude. I thought honestly you were in a church somewhere trying to trick us.
You were gonna make up some bullshit anyway, so I had to.
You know? I knew after a while. I
thought you were gonna say the post office or like a. This guy went to a damn UPS store and took a photo or something sitting in the car dealership.
It wouldn't slip my mind, man. You know, I figured you just paid the Uber driver, drive you around the block, and then
that was a funny one.
The church and ran in, click, and post. You know what
definitely.
I mean? And then came home, took a 4-hour nap. But you tried to trick Michelle into working a scam with you, didn't you? It didn't work out, right?
Michelle, it never works out with Michelle. I'm 0 for 11. Good eye.
That ski mask.
But hey, Michelle brings in the views though, so that's good.
I saw that earlier, dude. You brought her on, and she brought you the views. So I figured you might come back over here once you took her off and the views went zip.
Hey, let me say something about the incident that I was exonerated from, aggravated assault. That is from, I got in a fight with my brother, self-defense, whatever you want to call it. I hit him first as he was charging towards me, whatever. That's the part I could have kept pleading not guilty and went to trial for. The part that I was completely innocent of was the part that got thrown out, is where after he and I had a fight, I've let him go. We've separated. I've left the building or left the house, whatever. He's at the door trying to run out the door after me. Somehow the door hits her, but she falls and hurts her arm or whatever happens. I'm gone. Nothing. The door. So I don't want to be scientific and explain it, but that's what happened. She got hit by the door. I was gone from the thing. The door opened into the house, so it's nothing about me karate kicking and all this dumb shit you said, breaking her arm 3 times. She got my brother trying to wrestle past her and my dad to run after me, and in doing so, he rips the door inwards, spins her around. Now, when the cops come, they tell him whatever they tell him. My brother is the only one that wrote a statement, and that's where you come in with a hearsay versus a statement, because you continuously misrepresented that. My mother never told the police none of the things you've said. My brother told them everything. There's a written statement. I'm sure you've seen that. And then the police, my mother had to get care for her shoulder, and she told paramedics and whatnot. Paramedics told police. The police inferred the rest. The prosecutor never contacted my mother. Then I got it up because my brother pestered and bothered the prosecutor and sent photos from her Facebook from months later out of context. And so basically my brother harassed him, because at first that was also only a misdemeanor. It wasn't even a charge. I didn't do it, but it was him that did it. If I would have stayed at the scene, he would have got arrested. But I've never called the police on anybody in my life, let alone your brother over a fight.
Now, let me ask you this. So thank you for, giving us some clarification.
But that's the one reason I don't like. That's the main thing. You can say whatever else you want.
No, I'm not going to. I had a question actually that had to do with the incident. But one thing is, you did say, and we don't have to mention names, and I'll just refer to as the female, kind of like you said. That individual, you are saying, did end up going to, regardless of what happened, did end up going to the hospital and injuring.
No, they didn't go to the hospital. They didn't go to the hospital.
Not that day. I saw that in the report. She refused paramedics because we read that before.
She had. I'm not going to get into her medical situation. She did not go to the hospital. It was not an emergency, nothing of that nature. Months later, something unrelated. She has a surgery or whatever she has. Months later, unrelated. You understand this, that I was charged for one crime in February 2022. It was enhanced to a felony because over 2 months later, he sent photos into the DA that were not related to that night. She had a completely separate incident and procedure, like a medical, whatever the fuck, normal shit.
And that's where I was going. Is that the photo that we've seen posted and that I posted?
That photo was never part of my case. That photo is a photo that he took from something she had separate that she sent personally to people on Facebook.
So you're saying that's unrelated to your case, that photo?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That photo's from like 2.5 months after the incident in question that I've already been to court for, which is now that the false charging in that situation. He actually the one that did it. And yeah, I can't get too colorful, but if I would have seen any of that happen, I wouldn't have been leaving the scene. You know what I mean? I'm not the person that would have stood there and watched it. So if you want to believe what he's saying, then he's just a bitch. I don't know. Like, how'd you let me leave with no pursuit?
Now, is it not true or not, since they say it was a live stream, that you did live stream yourself after the incident and discussed it a bit? And you were kind of bagging on your family about the way I guess it went down and them calling the police?
Well, it wasn't my family that called the police. It was my former brother.
So he's no longer part of you. Okay, so former brother.
He's no longer my brother. No, I have completely disowned him, and I will never see him again in life unless it's for him.
I see what you mean when you refer to that. Okay, so but you did live stream after that incident. Is that correct?
A million times.
Okay. I just
and if you, I'm sure I spoke. Well, if you have you want to ask me if I made a specific comment, I'd answer. I don't know. I can't answer.
Well, and that was what my question was going to be. Is if there was supposedly a comment made that in reference and I don't know the exact comment, but pretty much saying that you weren't too happy with your family. Let's just put it that way, or ex-family, including the female is pretty much what I'm asking. That it included.
No, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I'd have to know the comment, but I'm sure I would say, yeah, you're probably right, but I'm not gonna be.
Well, we'll move on. I'm not gonna dwell on that. Hey, so thank you. I appreciate you, taking the time and going through that. Like I said, I know it's and that's what I was telling everybody. If for some reason, if you're maybe not afraid, but just were worried about talking about that, I was telling everybody that's already been handled. As a matter of fact, one of the charges was dismissed.
If I speak about it and give you that explanation, now it looks like, okay, you're not acting like an asshole right now, but I'm going to get off the show and then it's going to go back into Emilio character, which is fine. Then you'll be saying,
character all show.
This scumbag, he was over here, trying to spin his yarn, tell us full of bull.
We've been watching clips. We haven't been talking blowing smoke. We just been watching clips, most of your lives.
Well, so you understand that logic though. Like if I would have seen him do that and knock my mother over and whatever he's alleging happened, I wouldn't have been just looked at it and just ran away or nothing. Furthermore, if he's seen me do it and then he didn't do anything and just let me go, do either one of those sound plausible?
Well, here's the thing that just confuses
me. What I'm saying is I didn't see him do it. I was already gone. And he definitely, he didn't see me do it because I didn't do it. But
so you're saying you were unaware that person was injured once you were left the location of your home, your parents' home.
Yeah, okay. He got tough and he was acting all tough and psycho, I guess, all of a sudden after he came back too after getting knocked the fuck around.
Because it was obvious you weren't there, but you're saying
I wasn't there. No, you left. I was long gone. I was
aware. So what you're saying is if you were aware, you would not have left. I
would have stayed there. I would not have been fleeing, and exactly. And so to me, neither scenario sounds plausible. I mean, you can think I'm a bitch and I'm lying about that part, but if he saw me do it, even though, why did he not pursue me if he's so wound up trying to get me? You know what I mean? I ain't that much faster. We both, you know.
Well, here's the
he built kind of like you. I would have definitely outran him, but.
Well, here's the thing, and I'm not going to show it because it's, you know, we're not going to get into it because you've already said.
I got it too. I got the whole police report. I got his handwritten statement. That's the only statement you have. I know that for a fact.
The statement I have actually has 3 people on there. Your dad, your
They don't
mom,
have
and your brother.
there's your statement versus hearsay. See, that's no. You don't have no statement. You have what the
can we
police
look at it
inferred from the
together and you
paramedics
can
and
tell
my
me
brother.
If we look at it,
No, I
together,
don't want to look at your statement. You're going to look at the incident summary. That's not a statement.
So we won't look at it then. It does say
The
summary.
statement would be.
It does
What?
say incident summary. So
That's
do you wanna
exactly what
look
it
at
is.
the
It's an
summary
incident
together?
summary, which is the words of the. No, because it's just going to be your whatever. It's going to be what the officer learned from my brother and from he learned from the paramedics and from my mother and father is going to be his summation of his version. That's exactly what it is. We went to court. That's what you go to court. Let me ask you this, Mr. Court Reporter. When you go to court and you're found not guilty, what does that mean? As far as so say I got charged with first-degree robbery, and then I went to court and I'm found not guilty.
Means you're not guilty. You never committed whatever charge was charged against you. So if it was the robbery, then you're not going to have a charge of robbery on there.
Now that's if you have to go all. Now that's if I have to go all the way to a trial.
Records, but as far as like job purposes, things like that, it wouldn't count against you.
Now, if I had to go, that's if you got to go all the way to trial and get your peers to go to court and prove and lawyers and have a trial and all that, right? If you can get it thrown out and dismissed and you're completely exonerated of all accusations, that's even better than not go guilty by rule of the jury, right? Like that's way before you even have to go that far.
Well, you speak about exoneration, which let me just ask you this: that those 2 charges were brought on at the same time. It was obviously from the same incident. One was obviously you were found not guilty of, which was part of the plea deal.
I was not found not guilty of one. One was dismissed, which is better than not guilty.
You're right, dismissed because it never went to a jury trial. So, excuse me. So it was
better than not guilty. Didn't even have to go all the way to trial and prove I wasn't guilty. They knew it.
That's correct. Well, they dismissed it. Did they dismiss it as part of the plea deal?
Dismissed it way ahead of the plea deal. They dismissed it way ahead of the plea deal. The plea deal I didn't take until months later after the dismissal. That got dismissed in November. I didn't take the plea deal until whenever you came to town.
Okay. I don't have any of that paperwork, so I won't say.
Furthermore, I never had COVID. I got my shit passed just to fuck with you. All I had to do was call my $5,000 lawyer, Mark Cagle, and say, hey, this shithead's in town. I don't want to come to court. He said, oh, don't worry about it. We'll get it set for next week.
Well, never pretended to have COVID. Is if that was the case, why would they have let me in the court, do you think? Because they had to see my ID. And, you know,
they don't have to see your ID to go in the court.
That I was there if I was supposedly there to harass you.
Well, you could have been in the hallways as much as you want. That's where you're allowed to be as a member of the public. You're not allowed to be in private court hearings.
You're saying your lawyer called the court and said that there's an individual there that you don't feel comfortable with?
I didn't say nothing about that. I called my lawyer and told him, and then my lawyer just went to court for me and said, we need to come back next week. He didn't say none of that. He definitely didn't say nothing about COVID either. I called my lawyer and said, I don't think I want to come to court tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, okay, well, I'll get it passed, basically. And then he went to court that day and in person told the judge, yada, 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 and I got it passed.
Well, let me
I was actually on video.
Something, because I'm not a lawyer, but my understanding is for somebody to ask for a continuance has to be done as a motion. And I don't think that's what happened, unless you correct me. So you're saying that your lawyer just went there and said, yada, 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 and they said, come on back next week, Mr. Skimask.
Well, the court proceeding wasn't for sentencing. It wasn't for a jury trial. It was for a preliminary matter also.
Well, we heard it because we saw it on, remember we
right,
got
but
it doesn't, court the next
it wasn't like a jury. It wasn't like they summoned 12 people and they made all these people miss work and, you know, nothing like that.
Well, because it never went to that. They gave you the plea deal and you accepted it.
I was at a
charge and they said you're going to get the probation and yada yada.
I was at the preliminary stages where they were offering deals and trying to mitigate the shit without having to go to trial. They had already offered me a deal, which is what the one I ended up taking. But that day I declined the deal and said further consideration next week, whatever. You do that several times at that stage. I forget what it's called, but it's like negotiations basically. between your lawyer and the prosecutor in order to try and like.
I'm familiar with that. You know,
most often people are in jail. They're not out on bail, so they don't give a fuck about them. They'll just let them waste their time anyways. They're in jail either way.
So can we clarify that? Because that's actually, dude, that you led into a great question here. And I know you spoke about it a little bit earlier, but so there was 2 dates, right? There was the 8th and the 26th. Okay. Now your bond paperwork, which we've looked at, showed the 8th.
$1,200, and I have proof of that on Cash App.
We're not going to talk about the bond. I just wanted to ask you about the dates really quick. So obviously you went on the 8th. What happened on the 8th then? Why is there now a date changed to the 26th and we don't see the May the 26th anymore? It's in June.
Okay, so I don't yet have an obstruction case filed, which means they might not end up filing it because I didn't really obstruct anything, but that's another discussion. So when I went on the 8th, they said, hey, the state hasn't filed charges on obstruction yet, but now you have a probation hearing that was going to be scheduled for the 26th. Let's go ahead, or they said, do you have a lawyer? And I said, no, but I'm going to get my same lawyer, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, okay, if I give you about a month, is that enough? Or he goes, if I give you 2 weeks, is that enough time? I said, Then he goes, how about a month? And I said, oh, that's better. And so he said, come back June 20th and have a lawyer with you for your application, which is your 90-day probation, whatever. So, and for the record, the other charge, the felony, it was a misdemeanor, then enhanced to a felony, then dismissed by the state.
Wait,
so that means
in regards. No,
okay,
I remember. I know what they did.
All I'm in trouble for currently is a 90-day probation violation. I had a 90-day misdemeanor jail sentence that was suspended upon completion of the anger management and like $400 of fines and blah, blah, blah.
So
I didn't do none of it.
So now let me ask you this. I don't know if you were aware, but because I was confused personally, I had contacted the clerk to give me some clarification about the dates. And this was actually the courtroom clerk for the judge. That was
that was illegal to walk in there recording them. That was dumb. I didn't think that was very intelligent of you, court reporter.
When did I do that? I've never walked in.
The first time you came to Tulsa, you live streamed when you went up there to ask for like a body cams or some shit. In the audio, you put it in your pocket.
That's a public office. I thought you meant the actual courtroom.
Okay, I don't know where you were. I got you.
In the public areas. Yeah, I double checked that. I wouldn't have done that.
Hey, you want to watch your six? You already know. You don't do nothing illegal.
The question I had though, Skimask, is so when I called the clerk, they said that here, and this made perfect sense. They said that the reason there was 2 dates was the 8th was the date, what they called an in-custody date, and the 26th was an out-custody date. Meaning if you were still in jail, you would have been there on the 8th. Had you bonded out, you come on the 26th. So did they just kind of say, hey, you were there, and you said, like, I took an Uber ride, and while you're here, we'll just go ahead and do what we were going to do on the 26th today?
No, it's because I had the obstruction case, and they hadn't filed it yet.
So you're saying that it said, even though it said the same, for the revocation.
I didn't. The 8th was not for my probation yet. That's been the 26th since I bonded out. But because I had a new charge, I was going there this morning, or that morning. It should have just been dismissed. But the judges, they don't like me that much. I have an extensive criminal record. So he wanted to give them extra time to consider whether or not to file. See if they got evidence, basically.
So that would mean you still have the 26th then, because that's for the.
No, I don't have the 26th. He reset that. He reset the 26th, and he said, "I'm going to put these two together: obstruction and the probation, and we'll set it for June 20th."
That makes sense.
So don't wait. Don't be in a hurry. I want to help you get your dollars. Please raise the money. How much you need? 480? What'd you say?
Well, let's look at it. We got 210 of 480. So.
Damn, that's more. Emilio, that's more money than I made.
The price of the ticket might go down since you're actually now in June, so.
Yeah. Well, did it not update on the website yet?
What's that?
What's it say on OSCN, the website? It doesn't update yet?
No, let me show you. That's what I was going to ask you if I should show you. I actually have the date here. Let me show you. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me bring it up. Why does it say remove? Give me 1 second. I don't know.
That website is
I guess I already had it up here. Give me 1 second. All right. Yeah, here we go. Cool. So there you go. Tuesday, June the 20th at 9 a.m.
That's the real one, yeah.
So
I don't know what that middle one is.
Used to say the 26th, and then it changed to the Tuesday, June 20th. So there was a lot of confusion because it still reads arraignment on ATR, which stands for apt to revoke. But now it makes sense because you said they combine them both together.
Yeah,
Sorry about
exactly.
that, guys.
All
I
right,
keep
that
trying to
makes
do
sense. That
something here. What
clarifies
is
that.
going on?
Would you mind if we go over the bond information? Because, dude, there is a lot of fucking just confusion.
Well, what do you? I don't want you to try and dox nobody.
Hey, and that's your fault because you got everybody fucking confused with Michelle. You know, yapping two different stories.
That was so funny though. Did you see that? That was hilarious. That was
I don't
fucking...
know really what to even believe because you know she's showing.
So basically, before I went live, I had her all worked up. Before I went live, I told her a bunch of dumb shit like I had went to jail because she did the same thing to me one time. That was funny as hell, and it worked too. I had a great laugh. That's all it was for me to get a chuckle.
So this is what we wanted to look at. I won't put the other paperwork because it has a lot of info, but this just it. It just shows easy that pretty much at the bottom it says $100 and the bond amount was $500.
Yeah, do you know what indemnity is?
When we watched the court hearing,
Time out. Do you know what an indemnity bond is?
Yep.
Explain it.
It just means you pretty much bonded yourself out is what you're bonding.
How do you bond yourself out?
I'll tell you. There's two ways.
$500 for that one and $500 for the other one. $200 fee. $1,200 total.
Paid on this receipt, and I don't have.
I paid him $100, but an indemnity bond is I put up my own cash.
Exactly.
He gives me back $1,000. He gives me back $1,000 when it's all done. That's where we're at on it.
So where's the 500 says bond amount 500?
That's what an indemnity bond is. I gave him $1,200. When it's all done, he gives me back $1,000. $500 indemnity bond for each one. I'm fixing to show you.
Yeah, go ahead. No, I'd like to see it because see when we pulled up the bond on OSCN, this is what it shows. This is pretty much what it says. This is what it cost to get you out was $100, which is 20% of the $500 bond, which means
put me on big screen. Put me on big screen. Hold
on. Let me take this off. Oh, man, hold on. Add to stream.
He put me backstage.
There we go. No, there we go.
My phone's fucked up, though. See? It's going to keep flashing. Look at that.
Affordable. So what's that say?
$1,200, bucko. Cash App, bucko.
But so you sent $1,200 to what? Them is what you're saying?
Absolutely. Now don't dox. I mean, you already know him, and everyone doxed him anyway. Don't promote that though. But yeah, that's my go look all your paperwork. That's my cash apps. So what he did, he charged $100 fee for each bond, and he keeps $1,000 of that also. So it's $1,200 to get me out. But when I'm through with the court case, he's going to give me back $1,000. And then the way that worked is the 5 people. One of them had access to various things, and they all came together. So 5 people on their own raised that money.
Okay.
And the only reason I had to do it like that is because they came in through the door, bursted off the hinges and whatnot. The door I already replaced, bucko. Way to just paint me in the worst light possible. $327.
I offered another $1 for you to show us the door.
I've never showed anywhere outside of this room. I'm not going to show you the door, the wall,
that's
the door.
respectable.
No pictures on the wall. Like, come on now. You guys would laugh no matter what I show. I show you pillows in
the room tour, so I'm not going to ask for, too much, but I figured, hey, if it was a low weed alert day, you might take $1, show us the door if it was still busted down, or if it was fixed, you'd shut us all up, right? So it was worth a try.
Yeah, hey, for $1.
Okay, I will. I don't want to. You explain that. I'll have to just kind of,
Let me ask you a question. When Emilio, so I'm answering your questions.
Go ahead, please. By all means.
By your version of offense, you want to deny being Dino Man, like categorically.
Oh, okay. Absolutely. So, I am not Dino Man. You could put that.
When did you start watching Ski
record? Whatever.
When did you start watching?
I got a good idea though. Me and NorCal were talking about this. No joke. I actually wanted to ask you about this, and I guess we're going into that stage of this. So, let's go. Hey,
so do a little digression. Get NorCal up here. I know he's in the chat. NorCal's in your chat.
When I saw you put that obituary up, my first thought was that was just a Photoshop edit, okay? Because like you said, what the fuck, okay? Now
that was disgusting. I apologize, Emilio. I apologize, but you're saying
apologize to that family because that has nothing to do with my family. Because as you
I'm apologizing for the sentiment.
When you dox my family, none of those members
were any of the names that matched any of the family members, and you know that. But let me.
I don't recall. I don't think I've doxed your family at all. I don't even know your family.
Dude, let's not even go there. I got a great. No, this is a fucking. Think about this. This might be a little left field, but it makes little sense. What if that? Because obviously you know more about these people. I don't. So you would know this. You would be able to tell me if this makes sense. What if that individual was the real fucking Dino Man Ray Vecchio? And the reason, and that's where they made their name from, because their name was Dino Ray Vecchio or whatever. And the reason they fucking have disappeared is because they fucking are deceased now. They passed away.
Well, so what's the theory?
Just put aside that it's not me. And obviously, if that was a real obituary, right?
Dino Man still messages me up to about a couple weeks ago.
All right. You said he's
now. Let me ask you a question. Okay, so you're not. What about
messages? Let's go.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You can ask the question. Go ahead.
Oh, so you're not Dino Man, but so when did you start watching the show?
Your show?
Yes.
So probably since The Mansion. The Mansion.
That's the whole show. That's since the beginning. You know you're Dino Man. Hey, Dino, thank you.
Like I watched you, when I was trolling, you were making the clipping channel now. I was just watching the whole, network. So obviously you were kind of popped up as a little leech during that time. You were heard of.
And look who's here now as a result of my leeching. You're here, so we all profited.
We are obviously, yeah, a leech of a leech and a leech of a.
Hey, let me get 15 seconds. I want to say
you leech me, buddy. What's up?
That's right. I want to say thank you to Dino Man for all the time that he spent helping me to build my character and keep going as a streamer. It used to be fun to walk around with Dino Man and NorCal and 88 Metal Mania and Hangnail and all these other people that in the beginning when I was just wandering around Hollywood when I first found streaming. So thank you to Dino Man and all those other people.
You said walk around. You physically walked with these guys as homies next to
you? Never met any of those ones I met.
Okay.
No, that I just mentioned. No.
Hold on. We just got a $2 super chat and it says, my pick is Ski Mask Mellow from Alana. So I don't know if that's one of your supporters. That was a pretty neutral little message there. Nothing hateful.
Well, I paused my whole stream. I think mine ended now, but they'll understand that I had to have this discussion.
Hey, we got about 350 people watching here. So we got,
there you go.
Everybody
shout out to Queen.
On you, buddy.
Let me give a shout out to Queen K and Elizabeth and Milltown and Liz and all the other women that you pretend you have conversations with.
Do you think any of them want to come up?
No,
absolutely not. I invited the Skis Angels.
I know you did, and I politely requested for all of them to ignore you forever.
All right, now I'm gonna. Hey, so guest in the back, I just got a. It's actually I can tell Ski right now.
You can bring up whoever you want. You can bring up anybody. I'm saying I'm not asking
more questions, and then I'll bring up a few guests. But I had just hold on. So yeah, no, with the Dino Man, because dude, that you're clarifying a lot of shit here. Okay, one that you have received messages from this individual, but I'm curious. Hold on. Not easy bun me or not easy being something about ban me. I got you. Hold on. Something not easy ban me. $2 super chat. Thank you. Miss Texas with the $5 super chat. And a member of the jury says all he does is sit and smoke dope. It's not a show. It's amusement like watching a big lady in the circus. What do you say to that?
Thank you.
All
I appreciate it.
Well, no, thank you for your help, I guess, coming on tonight and helping us with the fundraiser. So we appreciate you for just tonight. Anyway.
So you're going to come June 20th for sure. That's where you're planning to come then.
Absolutely,
June 20th.
Yeah. No, just like when
so
I
told
told
you
the
Tuesday.
first time. We actually played that clip where you were, you were pretty kind about that invitation or not invitation.
Oh, you caught me you duped me. I was spaced out and you caught me at a susceptible time.
How were you spaced out with a huge panel show like that? Me coming on for the first time, you having a face.
Oh, the first time. No, I was cool. Dude, I was cool to you all the way up until you started saying I'd karate kick my mom and all. That was basically how am I going to be cool then? Which you wasn't acting like that until after court. I don't know is it because you got a new girlfriend and you're like,
it's because I read the police report, the summary.
Summary. Yeah, but you still never saw no statement. You never saw nothing.
Stick said for 20, he's a Canadian, so this is $22 Canadian. And actually, Stick's on an island right now, so fucking holler at Stick. I don't even know how he's got service, but hey, man, some Canadians must have some good fucking towers out there.
Oh
but
my God.
Says, Skimask trying so hard not to look like a douche. Last few my ass off, failed.
Okay, damn. Try not to look like a douche.
They're not mean, dude. You do.
No,
come on,
that's
man.
a Landon supporter.
Look, I'm sitting on the cushion, dude.
Hey, guess what? I just got $30 Cash App that says Ski always wins, and I'm not even on my stream.
Well, I figured your people would probably start, tipping you once they, to piss off me and all that. So there you go, And I figured you probably would figure that, hence why you're coming up here. But whatever you got to do to get up here, so we appreciate it.
I've been trying to get
back to Dino, man. Though, why is he? Was this guy like pretty? Or I don't. Is he a guy or a girl? Do you know? Because it's a mystery with a lot of people on the internet.
So is Ray Vecchio, the reason that Dino Man's able to pull it off is because he, for one, was never an actual donator. I want to say that. So people always say I only mod the people that give you money. No, that's a lie. Dino Man was my most known and loyal supporter. Never gave me a penny ever. The $17,000 claim I made is because didn't your dumbass pretend to be moderator Mike? And moderator Mike.
That's what I was just gonna say. You claim he gave you 17 G's. Now you're
I was joking, dude. Because somebody said NJCourts is saying that he's moderator Mike, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
I don't even know who moderator Mike is. Who's that?
He was a legend to the stream. He gave me lots of money over the course of several years, and
so where's moderator Mike?
I mean,
I've never seen him on any other streams. Or he's not on my streams.
Well, I've been streaming for 5 years. He's been gone for like a few now. I'm still going. So it's like if you stream long enough, you'll find out that you're not going to have the same people supporting you.
People might stop the whole YouTube stuff and just whatever.
They might their financial situations might change. They might find other hobbies or interests or pastimes.
I just figure if they're close, they'd still DM you or say hi every once in a while just to check up on you and as a real friend would. But hey,
I just got another catch up.
When was the last time you did talk to Dino Man? Like, is this months ago or a year ago or?
No, it was around probably the last few months because I messaged him accusing him that he's you because it is. Right.
I heard you say something like that. And he said he didn't message you, but he did. What did he say? What did he say? Can you share?
He tried to be real cheeky, like I'd expect you to respond. He said something along. I have the messages, but it was something like, "You've spoke to Ray Vecchio, and he says Ray Vecchio has been on cam before, and you have spoke to me on the phone. We're different people." And then he said something really cheeky about the UMA. What's the UMA?
What's UMA? Is that a fighting? Hey, hold on. Yeah. You actually got a little fan in the donations here. I didn't forget you, Alana. Alana says, "Ski, why are you so?" Oh, I thought it said. Well, I'm not joking. I thought it said, "Why are you so beautiful and pretty?" And it says, "Ski, why are you so hateful and petty?" I'm not kidding you. I don't have my glasses. You know how the chat goes.
Damn it, man! Come on.
I didn't mean to call you a fan. I literally
that was disgusting.
Why are you so beautiful and pretty? But it says, "Thank you, Alana, for that $4.99 super chat." It says, "Ski, why are you so hateful and petty?" My bad.
Probably because I'm ugly and miserable.
No, it said hateful and petty. That doesn't mean you're
ugly. No, but I'm
answering.
Maybe I'm just
inside, but
that's what I'm answering. Like I feel bad. I got a terrible disposition. I just look like a normal person. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
what do you think?
I wanted to get into that a bit, man. Like I said, ultimately, this channel's not here to slam people. We just kind of want to see you, probably.
Did you record Control His daughter? Did you record Control His kid? What is she talking about? You recorded her kid for 8 minutes in some candid.
Explain you that whole, dude. It could be. I'll give you fucking the whole answer in like 30 seconds.
No, yeah, give me the quick answer. 10 seconds are left.
Her daughter. 2, here's the disgusting thing about the whole situation. She had this, I guess, individual Gary there, right? They were sitting out in the lobby the whole time. I wasn't recording. They could have sat out there the whole time. I was surprised that she actually had them come into the courtroom because there was no reason to. Obviously, the child had somebody to watch her outside. And here's what's fucking even fun, not funny, but just, where I'm going with this. In a nice way, I can just say this. And I didn't even record the interaction, which, honestly, I should have, because at one point, the child and Gary were already outside. But, Controller was trying her best to have me thrown out and, just trying, I don't even know what type of bullshit she was telling them. And obviously I had the media pass. They did come and ask for my ID, but just as nice as the officer could, they pretty much just told her she had two options. She could have either, and at this point she couldn't do this, but she probably was aware of this. The court system there at that, I guess court or courthouse, they offer like an actual child care program for, I guess, anybody, defendants, I guess people that are going to be attending a court hearing and can't find child care and probably have to show that they're indigent or something like that. Or if that wasn't going to be the case, since the other individual could take care of her, go out onto the lobby because they told her that I had permission to film. Although I was never going to film if she was going to leave her child there, I was never going to film her because, as you could see, she was eventually going to come up to the stand. And, you're always going to have to back to people. Okay. That's the thing. That's fine with me.
Did you get it filmed inadvertently, like in and out of the courtroom?
No, not at all. Absolutely not. You can hear, I will tell you this. I do play a clip when I'm out, when I'm getting controller coming out of the courtroom. You can hear whatever her daughter's name is, and I'm not going to say it, obviously, if I did. You can hear her talking to Gary in the background, but I never had her. She was like in the corner.
Well, I mean, that's not, it was more like the secret footage.
Exit. So that is the only time you can hear the daughter is talking in the background when I was actually getting controller coming out. And obviously, the daughter probably sees her mom is like, hey, mom, so. But I never, and you know what? I was actually surprised controller actually made those accusations because I was very respectable. I never talked to her.
It sounded sleazy.
Nothing. What's that?
It made you sound sleazy, like weird. You know what I mean?
And obviously when you're going to report on somebody, they're not going to like it. I mean, they might pretend they don't care, but once you get
how do you determine who to cover? Because I know you cover me because you're Dino Man, but how do you determine a controller? Because she's kind of in the similar type of person.
I'll tell you why, because of the accident. That's the only reason. I haven't talked about her previous case, the felony that she got another.
Yeah, are you coming to her court date?
She's got some ghosts in her skeletons in the closet, but all I contemplate is just the current court coverage, which has to do with the accident. If she never got into that accident, and honestly, if she didn't live stream it, that's what really got the attention.
Well, what about Gamble? Why'd you choose Gamble? Why his court date?
Gamble was actually, I'll explain that. So
that dude's so boring.
Was actually, so here's the thing. My channel works on two types of things. I will.
Did you break even at least? At least you. I know why you chose it because he was in Florida.
No.
You wanted the Florida vacation down there in Miami Beach.
I originally knew Gamble is in that area, but I didn't know that he's currently living there. I mean, I guess I should have figured.
He lives at his dad's house the whole time he's been.
Or with daddy, not mommy.
But he ain't never even went nowhere. Like all these motherfuckers.
I don't watch him. I don't know.
I'm just saying, like you could have watched a clip of him from 2016. He's in the same room in 2023. That's like 7-8 years.
Very true. But people do move sometimes for the summer for 3 months.
He's waiting.
When you got that type of money, you can move, bro. Look at
He don't have no type of money.
Jordana. She went from Hollywood to goddamn Miami.
This guy has no money. He's literally hoping his dad expires so that he can get his dad's stuff.
I can't speak on that, but it doesn't surprise me. But anyways, no, I can tell you exactly. That coverage came from the suggestion of a lot of the viewers. So
your girlfriend.
I will suggest things.
A lot of the viewers. This guy don't even get 10 viewers no more, Emilio. He don't even get 10 viewers. It came from your girlfriend.
It was his past.
I love his viewers. I like Gamble. I like Gamble and I like Gamble's viewers. Shout out to Cardi. Cardi is tight.
Well, I've heard you say past things about that individual that is not.
Of course you have, because I've said past things about it. I've said past things about you, but I'm being cool now. So let's forget about it, right? I'm bipolar. You don't believe that? You don't think I'm a little off?
Well, I'm not going to ask you to show me, obviously, your medical records, but you say you're an actor and a character, so it's hard to tell what's true and what's fake. And
Thank you.
You got an extensive record that speaks on your behalf for a bit.
That part's an actor. That part's the actor. That's not my real record. And by the way, can I get some ones in your chat for pulling off that high production piece? Who else can get you footage like that? You went to Gamble's court case and was inside his court.
What are you talking about? The knock?
No, yeah, that took a lot of money, a lot of preparation, a lot of different elements to bring that together. Also,
yeah, that's why I'm glad that the police report was there, because honestly, there was people that actually contacted me saying they thought you could have put that, together. But then a lot of other people said you don't have friends, so who the fuck would have been the people you didn't have time?
How did Captain Content make that other RV? Craigslist. I outsourced. It wasn't free. It wasn't cheap, Bucko. You're wondering where all this money goes. There's a piece of it right there. That was $1,700.
Bro, you can't even put together a title for your fucking live stream.
I got that, by the way.
Put together a Craigslist ad, but hey, I'm just playing. Hey, what'd you say? You got a Cash App? Watch out. Did you guys hear that? He got a Cash App. Zit. Hey, let me ask you this. When I cashed out you that $1, why did it take like 5 minutes and me reminding you that I cashed out you? I didn't hear no bzz, bzz.
There's a minimum alert.
What?
Yep.
Dude, I get cash apps too, so you can't BS me, all right? Hold on,
What's your minimum?
Again.
What's your minimum alert?
Super chat. She says, hold on. This is a question from a viewer. So
this is definitely above your minimum, huh? $4.99. That's way above your minimum.
No, I think you can do a super chat for any amount. I'm not sure.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know, you lucky bastard. I don't have super chats.
Alana says, Ski, why did you lie about Charlotte? Just apologize now on this show. And you said you wouldn't go on Charlotte's show earlier. You wouldn't come on mine. So have you apologized to Charlotte for what you said?
What did you just say? I would not go on. I've never tried to go on Charlotte's show.
No, you said if she would ask, because you said you listed a few creators earlier. I was listening.
Okay. I know what you're talking about.
Go on their show, but you wouldn't come on mine. And I believe she was one of them that you mentioned. So.
Yeah, no, I didn't lie.
Apologizing, or have you apologized?
I have already apologized. What I did not do is say I lied, because I didn't lie. What I admitted to and apologized for doing is spreading information without fact checking or verifying it first. AKA somebody told me something about her and I regurgitated, re-promoted. What's that called? Come on, help me out. What's the word? I can't see the chat, by the way. Your shit sucks. Turn your chat on. How do you do that? You gotta. There's a setting in your.
I'm looking at my chat.
No, look. I'm gonna tell you real quick. Shop talk. Go to the button.
Courtney just answered the question. She said the lowest to type is $1.99. Oops. Well, hold on. He might have gotten off by accident. Let's bring on Sonny really quick. Hey, Sonny. Sorry, I just wanted to go over some of the questions before I brought on guests. No offense to having you back there, but I had questions before I brought on panel guests.
How are we doing?
But how are you tonight?
I'm doing great.
You look a lot healthy that because all
right, that was it. That was the conclusion to the interview. I didn't even realize till watching it right now that he just fucking, excuse my language. I was doing all good this whole night, not using too many bad words. I didn't notice that he just clicked off like a little girl and just ended the interview like that. I would have liked to end it a much better way, but you know how Skiwi is. But what'd you all think? And actually, before I forget, we had quite a bit of donations come through. And as a matter of fact, I was just kidding around with this banner here. We're not doing a dono goal for obviously a Mother's Day gift for Skimask Andy. That was just a joke. But let me update the real banner here. Throughout the clip here, we received quite a bit of donations. As a matter of fact, we reached the dono goal. So congratulations to everyone. We hit it. So Tulsa, here we come. Skimask Andy court coverage coming in June. No ifs, ands, or buts. So thank you so much to everybody, all the supporters since we started this dono goal, all the new supporters that donated during the clip right now that just helped us meet the dono goal. But let me just update this here for you all. Donation goal to
All right, there you go, folks. 490 of 480. As a matter of fact, that's incorrect because we had a few other donations come through, but I'll update that here in a second. We're probably at probably 500 of 480 with the other donations that came through just right towards the end of the interview here. But we had some PayPal donations come through. So I want to acknowledge those PayPal donations here and give some shout outs to those donators. Oh man, I see the chat. You guys are going crazy with those emojis. That's hilarious. I forgot we had the one with the ear growth. All right, here, let's jump over to the PayPal app here. That way I can say thank you to those donators. So much appreciated. Let me start here. Okay, so I think we had already acknowledged Jennifer, but just in case, Jennifer with a $10 PayPal, and it says, thanks, hope you get to your goal. Then we had one. I'm going to say anonymous at this point, but just in case they want to come out on the chat, just say, hey, that was me. But they gave us a $10 cash, or not cash out, PayPal that says, please check my settings as a member as I can't send gift memberships. Thank you. And I will check into that. So thank you so much for that donation. And then we had one come in. Let's see here. This one, it says, for my favorite YouTube geek, big love from NC Foothills. There you go. So thank you so much for those PayPal donations. And then we also received, let's jump back over here to the chat, baseline measure with the $2 super chat. And I don't have it up here anymore, but I know I had read it and I responded to that baseline. And yes, I am aware of all those nasty ass photos that sicko has on his phone. So thank you again so much for all those donators that donated during the clip in the interview, because we reached the goal. So we are definitely going to be providing as much court coverage as I can. Like I said, and I explained before, I will not be allowed inside the courtroom to be filming, but I have already been given permission to attend the hearing. I have been given permission to take notes like the old school way. And then most importantly, I have permission to film in any of the areas that are open to the public, which is the lobby area inside the actual courthouse, which is the outside area or entrance to the courthouse. So we will be getting Skimask Andy coming into the courtroom. We'll be providing you with that coverage. Maybe depending on, which side of the bed he rolled off of, or which side of the couch he rolled off of, maybe he'll be willing to do an interview at the court, before he walks into the courthouse. So we've got plenty of time, like I said, to maybe arrange that interview. We've got plenty of time, like I said, before that hearing to do some more, as far as investigative, what would you say, coverage or reporting on this hearing. I don't know if some of y'all saw in the comment section, but there was a question, Big Ups, as a matter of fact, was stating about the paperwork that may be or may not be coming, and it is coming for the incident that happened in Wagner County, where Mr. Skimask himself said that it involved him pretty much assaulting an incapacitated female neighbor. So if you can put that together as far as what incapacitated and female neighbor means, probably meant some senior citizen or somebody that's, handicapped or disabled. But either way, that paperwork's going to be coming in by next week. And it's just going to be like the other incident reports that we've read. It's going to tell us everything we need to know to figure out what happened that day, as well as it will confirm, and what we've already read, that there are active warrants out of Wagner County for this individual from that assault. So, we've still got a lot of investigating to do with Skimask. Now we're kind of getting back into some other of his previous cases, but reason we're doing this is these assaults have a lot to do with what we're seeing in this next case, or what we just saw him as far as pretty much not next case, but pretty much the reason he's in the situation he is going to court now is because he broke probation on this assault that he had, that he was given a plea deal. Now, the reason I'm interested in Wagner County is, one, he supposedly has active warrants from there. So that has a lot to do with what may or may happen to him now that he's been arrested and now needs to go in front of a judge to figure out what's going to happen to him since he didn't show up for probation. Excuse me. It looks like we just got, hey, what's up, Stick? Stick with the $5.50 super chat. It says, most boobs look freaking sweet. Just saying, not the super saggers, though. They can be weird. Stick, welcome. I'm imagining that you made it safe from your journey and voyage from the open seas. So good to see you as always. Love the humor. And I guess there must be some side chat comment going on about boobies. So stick with the $5 super chat. Much appreciated. But yeah, so let's see. Damn it, Stick, you just got me thrown off track, dude. Jeez. Anyways, but yeah, no, we'll move on. I know we're just discussing, as far as the court date and what the Wagner County had to do with all that, because we've said in the past, on some of these other individuals, for example, like Controlla, she's got some demons in her closet, some skeletons. She's got a previous felony. Is that any of my business? Well, if it has to do with the current court case, sure. I don't think it has to do with anything at this moment having to do with the current court case. So that's why we've never dipped into that. But, I've always mentioned there's plenty of other channels that have covered that and have that type of information. With Skimask Andy, he originally started off as an individual at this channel Clipped. And essentially, we've exposed this individual for all his, past and current criminal history. A lot of his criminal history has to do with just the fact that he's not even, served time or even showed up to court for a lot of the pretty much crimes he's committed. He's got open warrants in New Jersey right now. He's got open warrants in Las Vegas. He's got an open warrant supposedly out of Wagner County, which shows through the website. We're going to find out exactly what happened next week once that paperwork comes in. He supposedly got an open warrant in California. So, this guy has an extensive criminal history. So rightfully, we are going to expose that. And a lot of that, especially because it happened in Oklahoma, has to do a lot with these current court cases he's finding himself in, because that has a lot to do with his sentencing, has a lot to do with how they maybe approach his bond hearing. As you heard with the judge on this last bond hearing, although, they didn't, decrease the bond, they did not allow him, they didn't increase it either. But one thing they did not allow him to do was just leave on his own reconnaissance, essentially a PR release, okay? She denied that. The judge said, hell no. And it came out of that judge's mouth. It was because of that extensive criminal history record. So there you go. There's a clear-cut example of what having a criminal history record could do and how it can affect you, and such so like in a bond hearing. So anyways, that was the interview. We got a lot of information from that interview. As a matter of fact, the reason I wanted to recap that was because, I think hearing it a second time, I think, we kind of have our ears a little bit open. A lot of us have probably maybe even watched the VOD a few times. But if you have, I think you noticed a few things. And that's what I wanted to discuss with you. I know I was discussing this a lot in chat, so I'm not going to get too much into it. And I saw a lot of you guys also discussing it. So I saw a lot of people actually kind of have the same opinion as I did. Let's start, for example, with the whole case about the assault on his mom. Okay. Now, if you guys remember him talking about it, he changed his story quite a bit. All right. Just the most important fact that I got out of that was he said that, one, the injury that we saw on the internet, the pretty much, which was the post-operation picture of his mom's shoulder, had to do with a completely other incident, not from the assault of that day. Well, he also said that his mom never got hurt. Remember that? He swore on the fact that that never even happened, that was BS, that all those witness statements were untrue, okay? But in this interview, he admits that his mom did get hurt, but he blames it on his brother. He kind of jumped around it, but he said something about, his brother, as his brother was going out the door. And, I thought he said he beat his brother to like a bloody pulp. He knocked his brother out is what he said, his words, right? And then he's saying that his brother like ran over his mom or something on the way out the door. Whatever. Okay. The point I'm trying to make is the story changed from, one, my mom never got injured, to, oh yeah, she did get injured, but it wasn't me. All right. Then he also claims that had he known she was injured, that he didn't know she was injured. Had he known, he would have never ran away. Well, if some of y'all actually watched that day or his live stream from that incident, he actually live streamed himself immediately after that incident, after he ran away. And he didn't have some real nice words to say towards his family. That's why I was trying to bring that up. But that was one incident there where it just, a lot of what he said contradicted what he said before. As a matter of fact, a lot of what he said kind of verified a lot of the opinions I've had in regards to what happened that day. I think with a lot of you too, when I saw in chat, would agree with me that, yeah, he probably was the one that obviously assaulted his mom. He kicked the door, which is what caused the door to hit his mom, which knocked her on the ground, which is what caused her to hurt her shoulder or break it in 3 different places. We know that's true. We know she did break it in 3 different places. But then he claims to say that that was a separate incident that caused her to break her shoulder in 3 different places. See what I'm saying? So, and I saw some comments too from a lot of you that obviously I made the same observation I have about Skimask, but some people were saying if you've known Skimask or watch him for a while, you can tell just by his body language, the movements of his face, when he's lying. I've told you this before. One big thing he does is he likes to I call it stuttering, but I think that's even an offensive word to use. It's just more of him just having to rethink his lie, right? So what happens when he doesn't know how to answer the question? He starts doing the, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm referring to when I say stuttering. But he does a lot of things. Like I said, you can always tell whenever he's lying because he's a smooth talker, right? What did I say before? Skimask is a smooth talker. So when he's on a roll, there's no interruptions. Whenever he doesn't know what to say, hence when he's lying, that's when he starts the so. But I noticed that during that time a lot during when he was talking about, this alleged assault on his mom. He still claims that the paperwork that we've gone over several times that has the witness summary and statements he claims is just opinion. He calls it like an opinion. Essentially, it's not an opinion. It's a statement. They call it a summary, but it's the same damn thing. Okay. It's 3 different people, and they all say the same thing, that he went running out the door. Mom followed. He kicked the door, knocked mom down. She broke her shoulder. Mom got hurt. Skimask ran like a little you-know-what. End of story. Okay? 3 different people, mom, dad, brother, all the same story, all interviewed differently individually by a police officer. Okay? This isn't the police officer's opinion. That's the exact statement. He's literally writing down exactly what they're saying. Okay. So, that story, he was all over the place. Obviously, I think most of you all can make your own decision as to what really happened. I already did. Obviously, I'm going to believe what the brother said, what the police said, and now hearing Skimask version, I've already made my opinion. But like I said, that's up to you guys, what you want to get out of that. But that interview really, like I said, I hate when I say like I said. I'm trying not to say that all the time. I know I got a bad habit of that, but there you go. I mean, the interview, I think, verified a lot of stuff we had kind of already made an opinion about, and brought a lot of new information I didn't know. Let's talk about the bond information, right? The bond paperwork. Oh boy, if you guys notice, I kind of snuck that in. All right, I'll admit to that. Mid-sentence or while Skimask was speaking, I snuck the bond information in. But I wanted to hear from him about that because we obviously had heard all the different stories, right? We've heard from me that it was a scam. We heard from Skimask that it wasn't a scam. We've heard there's a zillion different stories now as to what could have happened. But here's what's important. You have the paperwork in front of you. The paperwork never lies. Why? Because this paperwork was endorsed by the courts. As a matter of fact, that receipt, that bond receipt that we are showing during the interview, there's 3 copies. The court gets one, the bondsman gets one, and little Skiwi gets one. Okay. So you think the court literally pretty much giving out a receipt showing what they received is going to lie? And it's simple as how it read. It's a $500 bond. That's what he was released on, which means if he doesn't show his little ass up to court in June, that's what the bonds company owes the court. Okay. 500 smackarooners. Now, what did Skimask have to pay to the bond company? How did they make their money? They charged him a 20% fee, which of $500 was $100. And just like Skimask said, which, when we read the paperwork together, when it says under the cosigner name, there is no cosigner name. It just reads self, SELF, INDEMN, indem, which is short for a self-indemnity bond. Skimask said it himself. The guy's not that dumb. I'll give him that. And he said it himself. What does it mean? Or he asked me. It just means you bonded yourself out. And then he goes, well, how did that happen? Hey, you tell me. You're the one that did it, bucko. And it's not that difficult. Like I mentioned before, one easy way is people put money on your books, on your commissary. Use your commissary account to pay your bail or your bond out. Another way is, and it almost sounds like he kind of just the way that he's kind of referred to this other option quite a bit. I have a feeling this is probably the way it went down. Again, this is just my opinion, but he probably gave somebody his banking information. Remember that day, and Skimask confirmed it in the interview, that the police or sheriff's department ended up coming before they arrested him. As a matter of fact, we even read it on the sheriff's paperwork. They had to go back and get an actual search warrant to break down his door just in case he didn't come out again. So that's what happened. He didn't answer the door the second or third time. So at that point, because of the warrant, they had every right to break down the door, and that's what they did. And that's how he was arrested. Okay. So because Skimask was aware that the police were already there and probably had a feeling that they were going to come back, I'm sure he either gave his, banking information to his mom, or he gave it to one of the little, what do they call them? The ski angels. Okay. One of the wives. All right. And he's just said, hey, if I get arrested, here's my banking information. The bondsman's going to need it. And that was it. And all he needed was $100. And what I have a feeling is he probably lied to them and said it was a lot more. That's what probably happened. And then, they either gave him that money or put it in his Cash App account and, say it was $1,200. Hell, he made out with $1,100. So, and don't forget, folks, remember when that warrant came out, the warrant when it was signed by the judge, about almost a month ago, man. Jeez Louise. I'm surprised it took that long, but hey, at least it happened, I guess. But remember when the judge signed that warrant? Skimask had a fundraiser. He called it a fundraiser for his bond hearing, okay? He wanted money in case he got put in jail, all right? And what happened to that, remember? He supposedly raised about $600 to $800 is what people said. Let's just say $500, okay? Let's just go on the low side, $500. What happened to that money? He obviously didn't use it to bond out. As a matter of fact, if y'all remember, about a day or two after he got that money, he was already begging for more money to pay his cell phone bill. What happened? What did you do in 2 days that you literally blew through $500? Oh, that's right. So, there's been a lot of bullshit going around. And you know what? It's sad because we know the truth. Obviously, Skimask is going to go on, deny, and lie, right? That's what he's been. That's the story of his life. Lie, deny. Okay, but the truth is there. It's on paperwork, okay? There's a fucking receipt for you from the courts itself. Whether, the people that donated to that or got scammed are going to admit it, probably not. But at least they're aware of it. And I can guarantee you, maybe not all of them, but I guarantee at least 1 or 2 of them probably got pretty upset about it. And I can guarantee at least those 1 or 2 people are probably never going to be in Ski's chat anymore or if they are, they're never going to support the guy. And the only reason, like I say, the reason why they're just not going to adios Ski is because they may have already shared some personal information with them, and he may be a little afraid, that, or not him, but they may be a little bit afraid that he's going to dox that information if they just kind of split, and say, hey, adios. So, but I can tell you this, they're certainly not going to donate to him anymore. That's for sure. So, yeah, the bond information was pretty interesting to hear from him. Same thing you heard when he was talking about the assault. You heard a lot of the old, the story changed a few times. So never got a clear answer. Never got a just, clear answer. No, going back up. No. Only thing he showed us as far as what you would call a receipt was just some green screen that said $1,200 with the bond company's name. And I'll tell you this, when I called him out that it was just photoshopped or edited, he didn't even argue with me on that. So like I said, that's bullshit. To show somebody something like that easily can be easily you can Photoshop that right off your phone. He did. So I don't believe that shit. And all that means is he just showed somebody what he was doing with that was for is that's what he probably showed whoever sent the money that, hey, see, look I sent them the $1,200. The fuck out of here, man. You can't argue against the bond paperwork, and it's simple. It says $500 bond, $100 paid. That's it. And as a matter of fact, he lucked out because it sounds like they allowed him to bond out on just the $500 bond, which was originally just for breaking the probation, essentially. For some of you that may be not aware of this, whenever they went to pretty much serve the warrant because he didn't come out the second or third time and they had to break the door down, they charged him with obstructing an officer. So he didn't have a charge like that before. He picked that up that day, the day they picked him up. So technically, he was supposed to get off on 2 bonds, $500 each, total of $1,000. And it appears, based on the receipt the court gave out, that for whatever reason, they let him out just off of the $500 bond. So it's the only reason why he paid the 20%, $100. That's it. So, shame on the courts for screwing up if that's the case. But I doubt it wasn't going to be that difficult for him to scam the other money if it ended up being $1,000 bond. You know what? $200. So, but I'm grateful, Skimask, if you're watching. I am grateful for you, coming and doing what you said you were going to do and giving us your side of the story to a lot of things. I would say it was a pretty good interview. I know I got a little bit of some, feedback from some of the viewers that I should have been a little bit more of a, tougher SOB. But I'll tell you this, for some of y'all that, and I agree with you. If you don't think I had to hold myself from not just ripping into that dude, I did. And I'll tell you why. Most of you have already watched Skimask. Most of you have already seen how he works when he's on the panel shows. Okay. That guy is like it's like a fragile package, okay? You just do one little thing, it's fucked, it's broken. So with him, it's the same thing, okay? You piss him off, you say something he doesn't like, he just hits the button and he's gone. So you gotta, I wanted to do a professional interview, so I wasn't just gonna go out and start screaming and yelling, and no, that's not my style, okay? But I very well could have just jumped into the court stuff right away, jumped into the whole, I don't believe you about what happened to your mom. But, he would have just adios amigo. So I had to, I had to gently lead into a lot of the questions and please understand why. It was because I wanted to provide you guys with a good interview. We finally got him to show up. Okay, the last thing I wanted to do is just have him yap his mouth for 2 minutes and then throw me a middle finger and say adios. Okay, but I think we handled him very well. I think he was, for the most part, pretty professional back. But certainly after the show, he went back to being old Skimask. I don't know if some of y'all followed him on his live stream show, but he went back to being the old, oh, I feel like, he just tried to make me look like a fool, this or that, about, he wasn't going to obviously go on there and say, oh man, what a great interviewer, NJCourts is, and I can't wait to go back and do a second interview. And we know why he was on there anyways. You think he really did that just because he gave his word? Absolutely not. Why do you think he said that whole thing of, oh, I'm not going on unless they pay me bullshit? He just wanted to see how the show was going to go. He wanted to get a reaction. And I don't think it worked out the way he thought it was. So he obviously went on just so he could get his reaction, get a little clout, hopefully bring that back to his show after he left. And it did. And I don't know. I guess he figured it was going to ring in the cash apps for him, and it didn't. Maybe that's what upset him. He's all financially driven. So the fact that we raised a dono goal and met almost half of that amount that night, and tonight actually met it, I don't know if he's going to come on tonight for sure now, but at least we know we have an opportunity to get another interview, an actual in-person interview, whenever we see him walking into the courthouse. And maybe he'll do it just out of being a professional. It won't be a Skimask. It'll actually be Skimask. Do you have a minute? Quick question. You know what I mean? Something like that. He's got his viewers. I'm sure they're going to be interested in wondering how he's doing right before he steps into possibility of going to jail for 90 days. There's very well that possibility, like a 98% chance possibility that that's very well what's going to happen that day. Could be the last time he says bye to the wives. I'm just giving him that opportunity. If anything, it's going to help him. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We've got plenty of time. Maybe we will get another interview. Who knows? But he jumped back and forth from being, pissed off to, oh, it was an okay interview. You know how he is. As a matter of fact, he's been pretty quiet tonight. I figured since he hadn't gone on already, he might have considered jumping on and doing an interview this evening and doing another round 2. Let me check here. Sorry about that. Okay, so thank you for showing me that. I'm going to bring that up right now. So it looks like we got some news that was shared with my Instagram chat. And it says that, Risa, it looks like this was from you in the chat. And it says, I looked at OSCN, and Ski was saying he wasn't sure if he would get the actual charge for the obstruction of an officer. The charge looks like it was officially charged yesterday on 5/12. So what that means most likely, and is what Skimask was saying, and is what, he pretty much just verified what I was thinking, was they were just going to do everything together, which was going to be, as far as the charges and having them heard in court, we're just going to be on the same date, which it appears like it's going to be on the June date. So he may be getting one of those, hey, how are you going to plead to the obstruction charge? And he may think, okay, I'm going to plead the not guilty, say I don't have a lawyer, get the continuance. That's your right. But guess what? Breaking probation, that's not a charge. You're there just to see what the judge is going to do to you. So, like I said, they may give him the opportunity to get a lawyer for the obstruction of an officer, but they're going to put him in jail if that's what the judge wants, since he broke his probation. And it was, they gave him probation essentially in lieu of serving 90 days in jail. Do the math. It's not that hard to figure out. And with the guy with his extensive criminal history record and the fact that he doesn't like to listen to what the judges say, he hasn't paid back a penny, not a dime of pretty much every fee and fine he's pretty much gotten since he was 18, since it was logged on the OSCN website. This guy's never paid anybody back. So it's not going to, there's no, hey, this is your second chance type of deal. I have again, I'm not a fortune teller. I don't read the future, but based on everything I'm hearing and everything I'm seeing, it's not looking too good. So thank you, Risa, for pointing that out. Obviously, after the show, I'm going to go check out the website. That way I got that information and can see what you were pointing out for myself. So thank you for bringing that up. Hey, 24/7 Skimask Andy Clips. Good to see you in chat. Shout out to you. Doing a good job exposing that POS and continuing that. So much appreciated. Let's see here. Oh, let me see if my other clip has loaded up yet. Speaking of clips, because I had a really good one here I wanted to share with you guys. What is going on here? Maybe I got to do it this way. Let's see here. Sharing. Just excuse me for a minute, folks. Let me just see what's going on with this clip here. Explore, sharing, photos. Well, heck. What I was trying to, and as a matter of fact, what I was trying to do was load up the a clip that was sent to me. This actually was right off of Imagine Being a Janny's clipping channel, good friend of our channel. I don't know if some of y'all are familiar with Blackout Andy. He pretty much, I guess you could say, hails from the IP2 community. Not a much known streamer. Kind of more on your like smaller side as far as whenever you're talking IRL streamers on the IP2 community. But he is on the network, I believe, so people do know of him. But this individual the other night, yep, you got it, allegedly killed somebody on the road. Again, I am just getting a lot of the stories as to what happened, so everything you're going to hear from me is just allegedly. But this individual did, looks like was apparently live streaming himself, which he does a lot. He's known, pretty much his schlick is Blackout Andy. The name says it all. He likes to drink and live stream himself, drinking, getting drunk. I have personally seen the guy live stream drinking and driving. I'm not saying that that's what exactly happened on this incident, but long story short, this individual struck a person on the freeway. This person died. This, I guess, streamer was supposedly had this on live stream. The video has been deleted since then, but there are clips of kind of that live stream. There's one pretty much after the incident, which you can see the windshield completely broken and shattered. You can see how this individual reacts once they get home, which is pretty disgusting. I'm pretty upset about just the fact that how they even reacted to this accident, whether it was their fault or not. Again, supposedly what happened is, some individual jumped or walked onto the freeway. Maybe that individual was drunk. They were on drugs. Who knows? And this streamer, Blackout Andy, struck the individual and killed them. That's what we know so far. I wanted you guys to watch the clip. I'm going to try one more time to send it over. I don't know why it's giving me problems not playing it, but just having it sent over. I even sent over a smaller clip, one of Skimask reaction to the interview, and that one didn't even show up yet. So let me just try one more time to send these over. If it doesn't work out, I'll get it. I'll give you the link. I'll post it or share it on the community tab. It's on Imagine Being a Janny's website, his channel. It's one of his newest clips that he just put out. So if, for some reason I can't get it to play, you certainly can watch it tonight. I just wanted to share it on the live stream. Let me just try one more time to send this over and see what happens here. Maybe I can even do it this way. I wonder if I get on StreamYard from here, what would happen? And I just got your DM. Thank you so much. I'm going to share that here in a second. Darn it. Let's see here. Photos. We've already shared this. Remove. Let's see here. All right, let's send this again. Go to my files. Actually, I'll just send it like this and see if it works. All right, so I just sent it over really quick. I'll see if it comes through. But I already see a lot of you in the chat probably have already seen the clip and are, that's why I wanted you guys to discuss it. You guys may even know a little bit more than I do about what's going on. But I just got some DMs, so let me just read what I got, see if we got any information about what happened. Let's see here. So Jersey, I know there was actually an article, and I think this might be the one so Janny said he had put the incorrect one. So I'm not sure if this is the incorrect or correct one. Because there was an article that was put out by him or a link, and I know he had corrected and said something that it wasn't right. So I'm just going to hold off on that article just because I'm not sure. But thank you for sending that to me. All right. And, and discussing court hearings coming up, there's going to be controllers coming up on Monday. So don't forget, obviously, we're not going to be there for that coverage because we found out that was just going to be a pre-indictment hearing. We'll see. Let me put, I don't know. Oh, the sun went down. Let me put my the light on. I'm like, why is it all spooky dark looking? All right, there we go. Let there be light. Oh! All right. So yeah, pre-indictment conference coming up on Monday for controller. So for some of y'all that kind of might not know what that means, pretty simple, pretty easy. That's like I said, although we would probably get a little bit more new information from our last court coverage, it just wasn't worth trying to have, the donators and, come up with the, if it even happened, come up with the funding for that a few days before the hearing because it's an expensive trip. And we did have some donations come through, but those are going to be transferred for the next court hearing, which if she doesn't take the pretty much what's going to go on Monday is if she doesn't take the plea deal, then it's going to be set up for a grand jury hearing. Okay. The next hearing after that, assuming that the charges get indicted, would be the jury hearing, the jury trial. That would be the court coverage that we would be providing next. That would be where I would be transferring those donations that were donated for the controller court coverage for that fundage, for that trip there. This pre-indictment conference, all we're going to find out is essentially is if she's going to take the plea or she's not going to take the plea. That's it. If she doesn't take the plea deal, here's what's going to happen. It's pretty simple. What'll happen next is it now goes into what they call a grand jury indictment or a grand jury hearing. Pretty much it's the job of the prosecutor's office, and only the prosecutor can be in there. Prosecutor and the jury members. Controller can be in there to ask questions, but questions can be asked of her. Who cannot be in there, though, is the public defender, her lawyer. That's why most of the time your public defender is going to pretty much say, I advise against you being there. We don't know. You know how Control is. She does her own thing. I doubt she's going to want to be there, but who knows? She has the right to. Let's just say she listens to her lawyer. So essentially, it's just going to be the prosecutor, the jury members, and I can imagine it's going to be the major piece of evidence they have, the video. And they're probably going to play this video. And all they need is just these jury members to pretty much say, yes, we find enough evidence to indict or move the case on forward to a jury hearing or a jury trial. If they indict her on the charge, it will go to the jury hearing. That's where the jury trial will begin. That's where you're going to see, kind of like you see on TV on some of these other jury hearings, you've got a lot of discovery, you've got cross-examination, introductions, outros at the end, all sorts of stuff. So if it goes to that, we will be there to provide you that coverage. But like I said, that date probably might even be further into the summer, because you can imagine they always push like a month, right? A month. So say she doesn't take the plea this Monday, it'll probably be another month for the grand jury hearing. They indict her, another month for the jury trial. So we're probably looking July, August, if it does go that route, before we see a jury trial. Excuse me, I think I saw, let me just see here. I'm sorry. I was watching the other chat here, but yeah, it looks like we just got a new member of the jury, and I apologize. Just saw that now. So Gold Girl 9 Rodriguez, welcome to the member of the jury. Pop, 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 pop. And much appreciate your support this evening. And then Baseline Measure, thank you so much. Baseline with the $5 super chat, and that reads, quick reminder, Skiwi hasn't gotten any over a year now. Hey, Baseline, I think it's over a year now, like way over a year. Like we're going on 2 years, my friend. No, but that's true. Damn, Skiwi, no wonder you've got all that anger built up in you, man. But thanks, much appreciated, Baseline. I appreciate that. And thank you so much, Gold Girl 9 Rodriguez. Welcome to the jury again. You guys are too funny. And please leave Jen alone. We don't need any direct questions on when was the last time. Okay, you guys, we could probably figure it out, do the math. But I would say Baseline's pretty much correct. As a matter of fact, it might even be 2 years we're going on, like I said earlier. But that's none of our business, right? Anywho. But yeah, so that's pretty much what's going to go on with Controlla. I will tell you this, the contact I have there at that courthouse, as far as the media goes, they'll let me know what happens. I'll probably call them Monday afternoon and get you a summary as far as what happened. We might, I might do that as a live stream that night. Maybe I'll just post it as a community tab. But I will definitely get you an update as what's going on with the Controlla case as soon as I hear. Or you may just hear it right from her, right? We know how Control is. She may just exit that courthouse, jump in the car, and I hope she doesn't, but I can't stop her from doing it. Turn on her live stream and just tell you exactly what happened. So you might actually hear it right from her mouth first. But if that doesn't happen, I'll definitely get you an update. And even if you do hear it from her, I'm still going to get an update, because we can never, rely on the mouth of somebody that's, the one that's being put on the bench, essentially. So we'll get that update for you Monday. And so that's going on this Monday. Controlla court case. Skimask has been changed from May 26th to June 20th. It looks like, according to the OSCN.website, OSCN.net website, that they have updated the charges. Skimask was kind of bouncing around that, they're not going to give him or charge him with obstructing an officer. I'm going to verify that right now. Let me actually just jump on the website here. And let's see what it says. And don't forget, folks, the most important thing, we hit the dono goal this evening. So we will be there June 20th to provide you any of the court coverage I can. And regardless, like we said earlier, I've already been invited by the court clerk to be able to sit down inside that courtroom and take as many notes as I want. All right. And then I'm going to check while we're checking that to see if my video came through. All right. So here's the last case. Oh, this is interesting. Hold on. Oh, yeah, no. Oh, this is very interesting. As a matter of fact, let me jump on here. Look at, they actually added it as its own. I was like, wait a minute. So this actually got its own, essentially, since it's a misdemeanor, it's a CM. In Oklahoma, it's a CF. That's how I guess you would call the case number starts with. They've actually already given it its own separate case number now. So I'll show you here. I know it's hard to see, and I apologize. Oops, let me go back. And I'm on my cracked phone here, not my other phone. See, I'm on my Skimask phone. See, Ski, we're not too different here, working with our little cracked phones here. Let's see here. Let me show you. Come on. Here we go. So if you guys can see that, see. Now you can see underneath the last court or the last case he had, which was the CF, right under it says CM. Exactly. So they've given it its own separate link, everything. You click on it. That's where it takes you right there. There's the top. Filed 5/12 of 2023. CM 2023-1383. And there are some court documents that it says unavailable now. So maybe by Monday it will be available. But if it's not, I can call and get that document emailed to me. So I'll show you what it's showing right now. And see that now, because yeah, he lies so much. And now, honestly, now that this came out, this might even have its own separate court date. They might, it sounds like they're not going to put it together with the, obviously with the revocation of the plea deal, the plea deal. So we know that for sure is in June. This, we'll find out probably Monday or Tuesday when they update everything, whether they've assigned a new court date. If they don't, then he was telling the truth. Everything's going to be heard in June. But for sure, like I said, I'll call down Monday or Tuesday once they've updated everything. If the document's available, that'll tell us more. If it's not, I'll have them email it to me. But, like I said, this court date might be a separate one. But we know for a fact that the one in June has to do with him breaking the plea deal. Hence the one where we might actually see him or not see him, but we may not see him afterwards if he's sentenced to 90 days in jail for breaking the probation. They may actually just listen to him on this misdemeanor when he's in jail. He might have to attend traffic court while he's in jail. That's where it says it's going to be held through. Yeah, well, it's just, excuse me, it says general, but it's going to be a traffic court judge is who there might be assigning to. Doesn't mean, sorry, that it's going to be heard in traffic court. It just says a traffic court judge may be the judge that is being assigned to it. So yeah, and I'll tell you this, if he is in jail when this happens, if it does have its own separate court date, they do show the misdemeanor hearings through the Zoom, through pretty much accessible through the website. So there's a good chance that even if, like, for example, say they give them a date after this next June hearing, right? June 20th, say they give them one for June the 25th for this new obstructing an officer charge. We will probably be able to see. What I'm saying is there's a good chance, even though he's in jail, we'll still be able to see his hearing, just like we did with the bond hearing. So hopefully he'll bring you, like I said, as much court coverage as I can in the areas that I can film, like the lobby and in front of the courthouse. Then I'll be inside annotating, or not annotating, but taking down all the notes of what's happening while the case is being heard, the trial's going on. But there's a good possibility that we'll see Skiwi again in those striped prison shirt and pants when he's being seen in front of the judge for the obstruction of an officer. Oh, and I didn't forget Monday, because see, that was a question I was going to ask Skimask before he just bailed out on us. But I wanted to see if he was going to tell us the truth about why he had a different prison outfit versus some of the other individuals. I wanted to just get his answer. But Monday, I'm going to call down to the Tulsa County jail, and I'm going to ask them personally, myself, as to why there's a difference in, and I know we kind of already got some ideas, and people in chat shared some information, and I'm not saying I don't believe you. I just want to hear it from the jail itself as to why Skimask was wearing a different prison uniform than some of the other individuals. So thank you. Exactly. And the mods, they're doing an excellent job. They know what to do. So if you feel that you were banned or timed out, don't even bother trying to contact me, because I know my mods are doing a great job. So if you've been escorted out of the courthouse, the bailiffs escorted you out for a reason. Oh, but yeah, so we've got a lot of shit going on. I mean, and don't forget the other coverages we started. Remember, we just started with old Mr. Jarvis Singleton, aka Sonny, who's hanging out with, I don't know if they're still hanging out. I think last time I heard they were Sonny wasn't too happy about, I guess, being I guess ICE had a little poll going on who to kick next. You know how he does it. Sometimes they'll kick somebody off whenever they're going to go to a next, trip somewhere or a next location. They'll kick one of the members of the group. So it looks like Sonny was the one being voted off next, and he wasn't too happy. But either way, Sonny IRL is in India right now. Whether he's hiding out from this court case he has coming up in, I believe it was July, who knows? But what we were saying is I don't think his bondsman would let him out in India, especially on a $25,000 bond. So we're going to be finding out more about that case. As a matter of fact, I already requested through a FOIA request all the information I could from this current case that's going on. It comes through the snail mail, unfortunately, with Houston still. But that should be coming in. I did that last Monday. So I would figure by the time they processed it, I should be getting it early next week. So once I get that paperwork, we're going to continue the Sonny, aka Jarvis Singleton court coverage. Once I get that paperwork, I've also got the paperwork coming in hopefully this week for the Wagner County warrants, or what happened as far as the events that happened in Wagner County with Skimask, where he supposedly, and this not supposedly, but what he said from his own mouth, and what we see as far as already recorded on the court document, or paperwork is he was given an assault on an individual, and he claims it was an incapacitated female neighbor. Okay, which that can mean a lot of things, but we're going to find out exactly what happened in Wagner County. So we've got that stuff coming up this week. I'll give you an update on Monday afternoon or Tuesday if we don't hear from Controlla on what's going on. We just hit the dono goal today. Oh my gosh, thank you guys. I mean, that's done. We know that we're going to be there Tulsa June 20th, so we don't have to worry about that. So yeah, all we can start doing now is just continuing more of the court coverage on all these new individuals. I wanted to play, I'm going to check one more time just to see if the clip did download or upload for the Blackout Andy incident. But that's something we may be following further, because if this individual does end up getting in some trouble, that could be a pretty interesting court case to follow. So I hate, it's kind of shitty because, you know, it's like this channel does, you know, rely on the content of court cases, but I also hate seeing all these new court cases come up, because that means there's now new victims. You follow me? And that's what really bothers me. Like in the case with Sonny, that's why I requested the paperwork, because I want to know exactly what happened. But, you know, as far as what we read on the paperwork on the wanted poster, it's saying that he assaulted a family member with brass knuckles. That's fucked up. And he injured this person pretty seriously. I mean, enough to where he's got a serious felony, okay? We've got Trina. That court coverage could possibly coming in July, August. I did receive some new information that I'm going to be having to look into this week in regards to that hearing. As a matter of fact, that info came from you guys in the chat. But supposedly there was information that they may have, I guess, I don't know if they've dismissed, I don't know much, but it sounds like they may have lessened the charges that they're going to be going after or pressing against Trina. Again, I'm not saying I don't believe the chat, but this was just some hearsay at this point. I do need to verify this either through public documents or with the call. So I'll be working on getting some of that paperwork. So there's a lot going on. So we've got the Trina Golden case we've started. We've got the Sonny IRL case we've started. We're finishing up the Controlla court coverage. We've got Skimask Andy court coverage to be continued. And let's see here. And then possibly we don't know what's going to happen with Blackout Andy. That may be another court coverage we're going to be starting soon. Either way, I'm going to get you that news. And if you haven't seen the clip already, and I don't get it to you this evening, like I said, just go hit up Imagine Being a Janny's channel, and he's got the clip over there. As a matter of fact, I spoke to Janny earlier because I wanted to see if I had permission to play the clip. Janny was okay with that. So that's why I was like, oh, man, I was really hoping to play that clip this evening. Let me see if it's loaded up. Let's see. Yeah, that's weird. There must be something going on because it should have already loaded up by now. Weird. But either way, like I said, you guys can catch that clip on Imagine Being a Janny's. Super Roofer, I just watched that clip. That guy's heartless. Yeah. I mean, you don't see, obviously, you don't see when it happened. You see the after kind of effects of everything. But just the fact of how you hear him talk, knowing what just happened, is very disgusting. I mean, honestly, it blows my fucking mind how heartless some of these people, and it's weird how they're just also attracted to this whole streaming thing. You know, I don't know if it's a coincidence or what, but man, there's some shitheads that sure just love just streaming themselves. And I don't know how it benefits them, because it really just shows how much of a piece of shit these individuals are. And in the case, me personally, after I watched the clip, and that's why I wanted to watch it together with you, I was pretty disgusted at the reaction of this individual, regardless if they're innocent or not, regardless if it wasn't their fault. The fact that they were responsible for a life being taken and the way they reacted, yeah, it was pretty, it pissed me off a bit, I'll tell you that. So, yeah, I won't ruin it for you guys. It doesn't look like I'm going to have the clip on. I've already tried sending it a few times. Watch, maybe it shows up now. Come on. Let's see. I'm going to hit refresh one more time. No. Yeah, and usually it doesn't take this long, so there must be something going on with just me uploading it from my phone onto the computer. I was trying to think if there was another way I could do this. And there really isn't without, taking some time, and I'm not going to do that. But, and have you guys just sit here when you guys can just run over to his channel and watch the clip. So, yeah. So, unfortunately, I do not have the clip this evening to show on here, but please, once we're done with the live stream, I would definitely recommend you go check it out. That way, next stream we have, when we discuss it, you got a good idea of where we're at on that. And by then, I will have the clip again to play, so that way we can recap it and have a little bit of a discussion about it. And who knows, if this individual does end up getting in some trouble, I personally will be interested in wanting to provide that court coverage if you guys are. But so let's see here. I think we've discussed as far as what we got on with the court coverage. We met the dono goal. We actually, I know I discussed this during the Skimask interview, but maybe some of you didn't catch it. We were able to hit the dono goal for the gimbal. So that's already been ordered. I'm looking forward for that. Pretty excited now that I can, hopefully give you guys some real good IRL without it being all shaky and getting y'all seasick and stuff. So I'm looking forward to doing my first IRL with the gimbal. Excited about that. Let's see here. Yeah. I'll open up the panel. I didn't forget that. If anybody wants to come up and talk a little bit Skimask, or if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to. But if we don't get anybody to jump up tonight, and I know I kind of left it towards kind of the end here, so I apologize. We'll definitely have another panel open up, the next stream. Hell, we might even have a second interview with Skimask if we're lucky. And if we do have that second interview, I for sure want to have an open panel if he's open for it. If he, and you know how he is, the minute one person starts putting some pressure on him, he might. But hey, at least we tried, right? So let me put up that link here to invite anybody that wants to come up and talk. Again, if you don't want to, I'm not pushing y'all to. If we don't have anybody that wants to chit chat this evening, then hey, we'll call it a night. But if anybody wants to come up and talk a bit, you're more than welcome to. So there you go. And Skimask, if you're watching, Julia, thank you so much. I appreciate the compliment. Did you all see? You all know Skimask had blue eyes what time? And I'm not even kidding you. That's pretty scary that that guy's gotten those little demon eyes now. His blue eyes turn into dark, gloomy, hateful eyes. Casey girl, good to see you in chat. And I'm sorry, at the beginning we said hi to a lot of people, and I know a lot of y'all joined in afterwards. So if I miss saying hi to you, I apologize. But welcome to everybody. Let me pin that link. That way, oops. That way it doesn't get lost. So yeah, I'll leave that up for a few minutes. If we get anybody to come up, we will definitely have a little discussion. If not, we will call it an evening, and most likely we will convene back on next week sometime, probably Monday, so that way I can get you an update on what happened with the controller case. Unless, like I said, she comes on and just, does the update for me. Hey, what else can I provide to you? Other than, I will verify that information if I don't think it's correct. But if I think it's what it is, then, we just got to go with what she said. And then we wait for the jury trial, or the grand jury trial, and then the jury trial. All right. Hey, okay. Blackout, if that's you, I need to see your face, buddy. Looks like we might have Blackout. Hey, Blackout, good to see you. Perfect. I wanted to hear the story from you since we don't have the clip. So, folks, looks like we have Blackout joining us this evening. So, Blackout Andy, let me get you on here, buddy. Give me 1 second. All right, Blackout. So, welcome to the show. I don't know if you've ever seen my my type of coverage or my show before, but
yeah, I heard you covered the controller case.
Okay, cool. So the floor is yours, buddy. And if I said something earlier, that may have offended you,
I was about
please,
to say,
please, please, you can ask me anything or
yeah,
tell me what you want.
I took kind of an issue with that. I started my stream probably about 30 minutes after it happened, so I had calmed down. But when it initially happened, I was shaking. I was like really scared. So for you to say I didn't feel bad how I was talking is completely unfair of you.
No, well, do you want to know which part I wish I had the clip to refer to that. The part where I'm referring to that blackout was kind of when you were talking about a song.
What song was this?
It was the song that you were talking about, something about a homeless song or another.
Yeah, chat
you know
donated.
What I'm talking about?
Yeah, they donated a bunch of songs to me.
No. I'll try to get the clip to play it because it's difficult. But you actually said something about, it's gonna be here. I'll play it. I got it on my other phone. Give me a second. We'll play it. Because if I'm wrong, I want to clarify that by all means. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, I said to my chat, I wasn't laughing at what happened. I was laughing at their donations because they were like trying to.
And maybe I heard it wrong. So let me just listen to it. And if that's the case, I will apologize to you. Let's go here.
I mean, these people spreading these falsehoods, it's really like slander.
Well, and I know how that goes to Blackout. It's just whenever we have stuff on live stream, it's the people see what we put out there. So I'm just basing everything on what I've seen. But if I was incorrect, I will take that back.
So you're just
Let me pull up that clip here. I got it right here.
So you're just basing it on what you've heard.
And hey, sorry, Blackout. I don't know if that background is coming from you, that noise. I don't know if you have something going on. I got Jersey coming onto the stream. Hey, Jersey, give me a sec here. I just want to get this clip here.
Okay.
All right, here we go. All right.
Power on.
Okay, I think I found the spot here.
Bluetooth connected.
Listen, chat. I mean, I know you guys want to make fun of shit and say 10 pedestrians down or one pedestrian down or fucking homie, we'll have to make a new song called One Pedestrian Down. One homeless pedestrian down. I don't know, dude. And that's not really
it was a joke, bro.
I mean, you guys fucking.
Hey, Blackout.
And by the way, I didn't make that song. Someone made that song last year.
Okay, so let me mute that here, and let me just see. It looks like we got some background noise going on here, so let me just fix that. All right, so Blackout. So I do hear what you're saying, where you are kind of answering the chat. So I understand where you're going with that. But it does seem just kind of just by your reaction, the way I took it was that it seemed like you were kind of, playing with the chat a bit and not taking it as serious as I personally would have. But again, we're all different individuals. But I do see where you are referring a little to the chat and speaking about them, and answering their question. But I will stick a little bit to my opinion that I personally think that, you didn't show as much remorse as I personally would after something like that. But, I understand adrenaline's rushing a little bit. But, you got home. Sounds like you cracked open another beer and you were on a live stream. Me personally, I wouldn't have been back on live stream after something like that. But, everybody's different in how we react. That's just where I've gotten my opinion from that, Blackout. So, and again, I know this just happened, so we can't make any allegations at this point. We haven't even gone to court yet. So
I wasn't arrested. I had no reason to go to court. I did nothing wrong. Are you gonna let me talk? Or are you just
yeah,
gonna talk?
I just wanted to explain that. So the floor is all yours, Bucko.
Okay, first of all, I don't have a court date because I was never arrested. I did nothing wrong. I passed the breathalyzer test. The cop shone a light in my eyes. I wasn't under the influence of anything. So I did nothing wrong. I feel horrible about what happened. A man lost his fucking life. And as for laughing and making jokes about it, I was talking to chat and whatnot and fucking probably trying to bait their nose. I mean, I feel your mic is fucked, yeah. Well, I don't know then. Should I leave?
No, actually, I would like to
Blackout,
say
it's
something.
really hard to hear you, buddy. Your audio is kind of really muting what you're saying.
Yeah, this phone's fucked up.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't anything else. But I heard what you said, and so
I would like to say
go ahead,
something.
Jersey. Go ahead. Sorry.
Blackout. I watched the clip, and I also watched your stream afterwards. I want to say, what does being homeless have to do with anything? You asked the cop. You asked the cop if he was homeless or not.
Yeah, I was just wondering.
A human life is a human life.
It is. You're right.
Whether he was homeless or not, I'm sure it was someone's son, brother, uncle, father, maybe.
Yep, I agree. But I was just wondering. I was honestly just wondering.
Well, that's just something odd to me to wonder about whether he was homeless. Like to me, it came off like.
Because I've seen homeless people on that stretch of highway collecting cans before. I don't know if it was the same person, but I've seen homeless people on that stretch of highway before.
Okay, and then to go on and complain about your car. Well, someone's family lost a family member that night.
I know. I wasn't saying anything about it. I was just saying
lives can't be. Excuse me. Lives can't be replaced.
I said that. I said that during my stream.
But your car can be fixed. That's what you carry car insurance for.
I said that during my stream. I said the exact same thing during my stream.
But you also said you cried when you hit a squirrel the first time.
I never hit a squirrel.
You never hit a squirrel. Okay, well, it was in your live stream. And you said that you cried the first time you hit a squirrel. And then you just were laughing and joking the whole entire thing, which I thought was...
The chat was saying funny things to cheer me up.
To cheer you up.
You can believe whatever you want. I really don't care.
Well, I think that a family member lost somebody that night, whether they were in the wrong or right. And I truly believe that, hey, you probably didn't see them. I meant crossing a highway. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that if I had taken a human life accident, I would not. That's just me. I would not be laughing at all. I did not see any empathy or any compassion at all after this was all over.
Well, you should have. I didn't turn on the stream right after it happened. I turned the stream on like 20, 30 minutes after it happened.
Okay, 20, 30 minutes. I didn't see any empathy or compassion, and that's what got me.
I'm sorry you feel that way. But
you know what, Blackout? I think that's what's kind of gotten a lot of people the way they started with a lot of the talk, you know. And you did bring up a good point. We're not arrested, you know.
I didn't get charged.
Or charged. So do you mind for some of the people that have no clue what's going on? Because all I've seen is just a clip afterwards, and it's up to you. Would you mind just telling us what happened?
What happened what? Afterwards?
No, I mean, what were you on the highway? You're coming back, and an individual just jumped out in front of you? I mean, what happened?
That's exactly what happened. I had no time to swerve or brake. You know, it just was like split second right there.
Okay, so you're on the freeway and you're just driving. You were live streaming at that time. Is that correct?
I was not live streaming at that time. No.
Okay. So see, that's where and I thank you for clarifying that, because there was a lot of I guess rumors.
I'm gonna come back, guys. I'm gonna come back. This phone is fucked up. I'll be back.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thanks, Blackout.
No, but he was complaining about his dash cam being cut in half.
Well, and that's why I had a few questions as to what happened, because I heard that incident, as I heard that comment, and then I heard something where it sounded like they were going to have access or may not have access. And he asked, will it help you, and so I'm just imagining that it was streamed. So that's why I wanted to have that, as far as clarification. I guess according to Blackout, he's saying it was not streamed. Maybe when he gets back on here, he can clarify that a little bit more as to why there was the remark made about the dash cam being destroyed. That would be pretty interesting to hear why that was brought up if it wasn't streamed. And I agree with you, Jersey. I think the reaction that everybody saw afterwards is what really ticked off a lot of people.
And like I said, I see your comment. People do react differently in traumatic situations. 110%. 110%. I agree with you. But this was just odd. I that's the only way that I could explain it. It was odd. I meant to think about your dash cam, to think about to think about anything other than the life that is gone and that's no longer here. I meant to think about your car that can be fixed by insurance. I meant that would be, I don't know. I agree though. Everybody does react differently. I agree.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. Just the thing that I find a little just kind of, not disturbed. Well, kind of it is. It's just the fact that I don't think anybody, regardless of how you react, would turn on a live stream afterwards.
Personally, I don't know that I would be able to get behind the wheel again.
I'm not saying you got to cry. I'm not saying you got to be sitting here but just the fact that you turn on a live stream, that just right there is what I find just kind of odd. And I don't think that's natural of anybody reacting to something like that. So I think that's almost even a sign of narcissism for my opinion.
I definitely
We saw
agree.
it with Controller, remember? What did Controller do right after that accident? Live streamed herself again.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. And that live stream, he was laughing a whole lot. But once again, people like what was said in the chat, people react differently. But the last thing I know for me personally, I don't even know that I would be able to drive again. I don't know that
I would be pretty shaken up. I couldn't drive home. That's for sure.
I don't. And he was in the tow truck. That's how he got home.
Okay.
They towed his car home, and he rode in the tow truck. But it's a life that's gone. It's a life, whether it was a drunk, whether it was a homeless man, doesn't matter. It's still a life.
Right. No, it is. And there's going to be definitely some victims that either today or tomorrow that going to find out, regardless of who that individual is and regardless of whose fault it was. And, I will say this, I mean, for the camera or the record, yes, Blackout is correct by saying he has not been arrested or charged, but that's not to say that may not happen. This just incident happened and I'm not going to push it. I'm not saying anything happened that he did illegally.
Right.
What I'm discussing is the reaction of this individual is what I find wrong and what I don't agree with.
Right. And
in no way am I saying that he's guilty, but in no way am I saying that he's not guilty either. I will.
Right. I did read the news article. And if that was correct, I did read what the person was trying to do, and he was trying to cross. I mean, I don't know if it was 6 lanes or how many lanes, but it was late. I think it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't know. It was pretty late, but it was in the dark and it was, a big lane highway and he was trying to cross. So I'm not saying that couldn't very easily happen to anyone, and any one of us drivers out there. That could easily happen, but the reaction, I just can't. It doesn't sit right. That's all.
Let me ask you this, Jersey. Do you know about Blackout Andy? Have you ever watched some of his streams before?
I have, yes.
Okay. Now this individual, and correct me if I'm wrong, has shown themselves live streaming driving drunk in the past.
Absolutely, yes.
So I don't mean to come at this individual as hard as I am in saying but again, this individual's got a history of doing this and live streaming himself. And that's where his name comes from, Blackout Andy.
Right, because he blacks out.
Slick is pretty much, for some of you that are new to who this individual is pretty much his schlick is he likes to get intoxicated for donations, kind of like Blade, except I have seen live streams. That's why I want to say, correct me if I'm wrong, where this individual has drank and drove. As a matter of fact, I think if I'm not mistaken, he's even driven and drank in one of the live streams. So, and again, that may be incorrect, but this individual does have a history and a past of, making this kind of a funny type of thing. And you're going to get that when that's the way you've been, and this happens, you're going to have people questioning stuff.
Yeah. And Snur, I see your comment right here. And I did hear the police officer ask him, did he think he wanted to commit suicide or something along those lines? Him, Blackout Andy saying, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know, but it just didn't sit right with me. It's just a human life. Human life is precious. I don't know.
Yeah,
So,
it doesn't sit right with me either. Like I said, I'm not at this point accusing the guy of, like I said, being guilty or not guilty. The guy obviously, like you said, hasn't gone to court, hasn't been arrested, hasn't been charged.
yeah, Risa, he went
But
he went home. He went home that night.
But I don't agree with the reaction. And I know, like we said before, hey, everybody reacts differently. That's right. That's fine. But I just don't agree with the fact that he turned on a camera and continued to live stream after he just took somebody's life, essentially. Or not took, but was responsible, which that's the truth. If his car wasn't there, who's to say that person might be still alive or not? But his car is the one that killed that person, whether it was an accident or not. I just personally could not see myself just turning on a live stream and cracking some jokes, which is what and maybe some of y'all haven't seen the tape yet.
There were a lot of jokes.
But
there were.
After this stream, I encourage you to, and I think you're gonna see where we're both coming from, why we are upset. And even though this individual's claiming they didn't do anything wrong, and at this point legally they haven't, but morally and what I consider just the way somebody should react after something like that, I don't agree with that. And I think it's pretty sick, to be honest with you. So,
yeah. All right. I'm going to jump down. Let somebody else
all right.
come
Thanks,
up.
Jersey. I appreciate you jumping
Thank you.
up. Thank you so much. You have a good night. All righty, folks. Well, I don't know if Blackout's going to come join us. And again, I know it sounded like he had some pretty bad audio trouble there. So, but what I got from him pretty much to summarize, and incorrect me, and I'm sorry if I'm incorrect, but was that, he has not been charged at this point. He's not been arrested, obviously. He states in his opinion that, he feels that he didn't pretty much, make any jokes or essentially make fun of the situation. Again, we all have our own opinions, just as he has his own, and rightfully should. Is this over with? It could be. I guess we'll find out within the next few days or not, if anything comes up from this, if the DA decides to try this case or bring it up or indict this individual. Who knows? All I wanted to do was just post the clip and let you guys make an opinion about it. Unfortunately, we didn't have a chance to upload the clip, which, damn, it would have been great, especially having Blackout come and talk about it. But Janny, I don't know if you're in the chat, but if not, please, a great friend of the channel, another clipping channel, please go check it out. Imagine Being a Janny Clips. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, because he puts out a lot of clips having to do with Skimask Andy. But that clip has got to be probably his last, couple of clips he just posted today. So you should see that at the top of his channel. But go watch it. And once you do, I'd appreciate if you come back and give me a comment. Give me your opinion on what you think. Like I said, we'll continue this discussion on our next stream. And Blackout, if you're watching, once you get that audio fix, I'd love to invite you again to speak on your behalf if you want to come up. Again, I'm just speaking on my opinion. You did set us straight, and unless I hear differently, you are correct by saying you have not been charged. You obviously have not been arrested. But I think what everybody's just more upset about is just the way you went about it. And like I said, everybody reacts differently. Sure, I get it. You don't have to care. There's not like we're saying, hey, you got to start crying. But I just wouldn't live stream. I think that's where you show the side of what really is going on with people kind of like you, which is, and again, this is my personal opinion when I say this, but it either is a sign of narcissism, a very strong sign of being a narcissist, or you're addicted to the internet. One of the two or both. And we've seen this with a lot of the individuals that we're covering right now. And it's honestly, though, one of the only reasons why I'm even bringing you up for this topic, other than, it is important. It is something that happened. A life got lost. But it's got a lot to do with the fact that you possibly, allegedly, were streaming when this incident happened, and you streamed after the incident happened. So anyways, yeah, and I don't know, Super Roofer. I don't know what type of monetization this individual has. I don't know if they got donations last night, if that was maybe even the case, which, man, golly, I hope not. Imagine thinking that the only reason you went on after an incident like that is just because you figure, oh, shit, that might get me some donations or some content. I hope to fuck not. I hope not. Oh, Just Jen, I agree. Yep. Man. So, you know what? With that being said, I think that was a good way to end tonight's show. Like I said, we've got a lot of stuff to talk about on the next stream. To end on something a little bit more positive, which I kind of always like to, and I apologize if we kind of, dumb the mood down a bit, but rightfully, that's what happens when we do these court coverages or start investigating some of these people. Some of this shit is really bad. Most of it is, all of it, most of the time. But I want to keep us on a positive track, and I want to say this. I want to say thank you all for tonight. I want to thank everybody for joining in tonight's live stream, the panel guest, everybody that's participated in the chat. I want to thank all the new jury members tonight. I want to welcome all the new jury members this evening. I want to thank all the individuals that gifted those memberships. You guys rock, and thank you for your continued support. I want to thank all the donators this evening, everybody that donated through Cash App, PayPal, Super Chat, Super Stickers. Thank you all so much. We hit the dono today, all right? We are going to be purchasing, I will probably most likely be purchasing the ticket tomorrow, or I may wait till the next live stream and do it with you guys. If I can get the ticket cheaper tomorrow and not have to wait a few days, I would rather do that, because a few days can equal even $100 sometimes. But I'll give you an update on all that. That way you can see that the ticket was purchased. We are good to go. Skimask, if you're watching, thank you for your help coming up on the interview last time. Thank you for your help on the fundraiser, as you promised. And you are invited to come talk again if you like. I think there are some unanswered questions that we have. Oh, as a matter of fact, one of the clips tonight I wanted to show was Skimask's response to the answer to one of the questions I didn't have a personal chance to ask him, which was why he threw away his crusty ass socks when he spent the night at his buddy's. And Skimask, I guess he gave us an answer. That was one of the clips I was going to play tonight, but for whatever reason, my clips are not uploading. But thankfully, we had the interview to go over. But Ski, I still want to know why you threw away your crusty socks, bro. So hopefully we'll get that answered on the next one. But I just want to say this. Thank you all. Like I said, these court coverages are not possible without you all's support. So I appreciate everybody coming in tonight. If you guys don't mind, if you already haven't, you can smash that like button on the way out, would be much appreciated. And look out for that next notification. We're going to have a nice, pretty extensive, I think, stream next time, because we've got a lot of stuff to go over. Hopefully, I'll have a lot of these Freedom of Information requests that I put out coming in this week, so that we'll go over those. Yeah, it's going to be a busy week, and keep those notifications on, because any breaking news that comes up from now till the next stream, I will break it. We'll let you know. So with that being said, I want to wish everybody a good evening. I want to wish y'all a very nice Saturday night if it's still Saturday. Good morning if it's Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. Enjoy your day tomorrow. We will definitely not be streaming tomorrow. Hey, if it's, hanging out on the tubes, enjoy your day. If it's going out to the park with the family, grilling some food at home, watching a movie with the kids, whatever, enjoy your day. You guys deserve it. Thank you all, mothers. With that being said, I want to wish everybody a good Saturday night. Enjoy your Mother's Day. Have a great rest of the weekend. We'll see you all next week unless something comes up sooner. And I love you guys. Have a good one. Take care. And with that being said, NJCourts, out. Take care, y'all.